SPS Group, delivering one solution. Sponsors Rugby Live on Estuary TV.
Hello and welcome here to East Yorkshire, Brantingham Park, home of Ionians Rugby Union Football Club, where we're going to be watching Ionians in the National 1 Division versus, who are we playing, Cassie?
Cambridge.
Cambridge is middle of the table, Ionians at the foot of the table. Lost, unfortunately, last week to Loughborough Students, but I'm here with the only person in Hull that's played for Australia in a World Cup final in Bermuda. Ian Castleton played for Australia against South Africa in the over 35s. Ian, that is an introduction.
It is, thanks so much, Terry. Look, that was a long time ago.
Exactly.
And a lot of things have happened since then.
You've lost your hair as well. So just tell me why we're here. I mean, obviously we've got the juniors coming out behind us. This is fantastic. All the rugby, that's played before the game is going to be junior rugby. Such a proud moment for the Ionians guys and the Helenians guys, two local sides. It's great for the young kids, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got Beverley here as well. They've come down with their under-10s and under-11s to play also. And the whole idea of what we're trying to show in local rugby is it's all about community rugby. It's about the local clubs in East Yorkshire, Lincolnshire. Estuary Television have been doing this for about 2 years now, and we're really trying to grow the concept and include the kids much as anything about the junior and the mini rugby, what it's all about from grassroots level up to this sort of level, which is National 1, which is third division of the RFU top game in England. Yeah,
just for the viewers at home, we do have the Premiership, and then obviously the Championship, and here today, we're looking at National 1 Division Rugby, which is a really good standard. And when you look at the sort of standard of players that they have good quality internationals that have finished their international career, probably playing at a lower level, but also a lot of these guys, full-time professionals at this level, aren't they?
In National 1, it is. I mean, if you look at the local rugby in East Yorkshire, Lincolnshire, this is probably the pinnacle that we're playing at in this region. National 1 rugby, third division, I said before. And a lot of these players are Yorkshire players. They are ex-professionals. They are semi-professional here as we speak. But in the league that Ionians are playing and Cambridge are playing in, the standard of rugby at the top is really good. You've got teams who are on full-time contracts in the same league as teams like Ionians, which are semi-professional on a small S.
Talking about professionals, we have Johnny Whiteley here. Johnny, come and meet us. Good afternoon, how are you, Johnny?
Sorry.
Good. It's nice to have Johnny here. Just for your viewers to know, just run through Johnny's history, Cassie.
Where do you start with Johnny Whiteley? A real legend of rugby league in Hull, and also a real friend of rugby union. Johnny's been there, done it, from international to coaching to playing at the highest level for many, many years at Hull FC. Great, thanks Johnny for coming.
Real pleasure, thank you. Enjoy every minute of it.
So you've just been in there, just loading it up, having a meal. You've come out obviously without your coat on, a lot tougher than me and Cassie. We talked over the telephone a couple of days ago about your thoughts on, amateur and professionalism, and just so for people at home now, what's it like to run out to play for your country?
Well, it's everybody's dream, isn't it? Any sportsman, when you start off, you dream first of all playing for your club, and then you have aspirations of playing at an higher level. And when you do get selected, you just can't believe it, that, how you're going to represent your country.
Yeah.
And, when you stand out there on the field.
Isn't it? It's great. It's a good feeling. Pins and needles.
Every emotion comes into being. And
everybody who's got you there. Exactly. I mean, talk to us about the sort of training that you did in back in the day, Johnny. I mean, you're an immensely fit bloke. I mean, even now, I don't know how old you are. I won't even ask how old you are.
I know.
Okay. But you keep yourself fit now, and that's been, you know, your theory. You look after the young kids. Certainly when I was 16, 17-year-old, you took me to Johnny Whiteley's gym, and a lot of the rugby guys, my sort of era, Cassie's era, went to Johnny Whiteley's gym. It was the place to go to keep fit. You kept a lot of kids, you know, off the streets, and, you know, it's credit to you, isn't it?
Well, we still do it, so, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, you're the early stages, but, you know, the youngsters of today, basically, you know, when you get to know them, they're no different from you lads. If you follow, you know, people say, you know, lack of discipline a little bit, but when you've got these lads together in the gym and they suddenly realise what discipline is all about, they're just as lovely and just as warm, and they still have the same attitudes that, you know, the lads who want to make it are prepared to work hard for it.
I mean, we talk about discipline, which is a huge thing in rugby union, and certainly in rugby league. You know, it's not like football where, you know, a referee makes a decision and, you know, everybody's arguing with him. In rugby union, in rugby league, you have to take what the referee says as gospel, and that's right. If the referee's wrong, he's right.
Well, I agree with that. I mean, I was captain for many years as well, and I always thought, well, working with the referee, you're a lot better than being against him. So, you know, it was all yes sir and no, whether you thought it right or wrong, put tongue in cheek.
Yep.
You went along with it, but by and large, you found out that you got on well with referees. You know, that you could go up and ask them certain questions, and you'd get a decent answer from them. So, I think working with referees, and I say one of the things today is that, you know, we seem to be devoid of good captains who dominate on the field, you know.
What makes a good captain then, Johnny, just in your eyes?
Well, in my eyes, a captain is someone, once you get on that field away from the coaches, he's responsible for how the game goes. If it wants to be tight, if it wants to be open, you feel for other players, you learn how to work with other players and put people into positions. That's what I like to think as a captain. Immediately there's a decision, you know, like a goal kicking decision, that instantly you know where you are on the park, and that you say yeah or nay immediately.
Yeah.
That, you know, you have the answer.
So we got these new young kids coming through here as well, Johnny. It's great for these young lads. If you have a look around, the young kids come in like, you know, very young age. How good is it for them just to be running out on a pitch in front of the cameras? It must inspire them, don't you think? It must inspire them.
Oh well, just running on the field, you know, and you know, when you get to my age, time goes so fast that, you know, you see these youngsters running out.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of running onto the boulevard, you know.
Yeah.
As an early age, and.
Do you miss those days? Do you miss them?
Well, I do miss them, yes, but there's just one fortunate thing, that is, all my life I've taught youngsters and boys and men, and I'm still doing that.
Yeah.
So I have the pleasure of so many, you know, companies of people who are in sport, and you know, I like to think that keeps me young and active and keeps the brain alive. And, and also I've trained all my life, so it's something which you know, which I've never veered from at all. You know, but that's been the most important thing in my life, is fitness. Yeah,
we did speak over the telephone, and you mentioned that, you know, kids nowadays, they find it difficult to go through not the pain barrier, but just adversity is what we talked about, wasn't it? You know, in the olden days, I would say the olden days because it was in my day as well, you didn't get everything just given to you on your plate. You had to work for it, and I think you know, you're testament to that. You know, you went through, you know, through Hesler Road, and, you know, nothing was given to you on a plate. You had to work for everything you got, and I think that shows in some of the play that, you know, in the olden days when you played, you just wanted to play. That's all you wanted to do. You wanted to do your best.
Yes, well, one of the things is we were mass coached. You know, in the war years, all the men went to war. You know, like at school, our school teachers were retired gentlemen who came back from being retired because all the men went to war.
Yeah.
And so basically you had no coaches as such. So you were given whatever sport you did. You know, swam. I mean, I swam, played football, played rugby. You had a freedom of expression. And that, you know, if we revert to England playing this morning on the television, Rugby League.
Yeah.
You know, you know, we were poor. We were poor. Make no bones about it. And I think that, you know, as 6 individual forwards, we were all right. But collectively, we haven't got this football skill. I think we've been overcoached, and we're dictated to by a policy and a situation, what the coach directs. where a lot of the flair has gone out of the game. Not out to play. The players don't know any better then.
We're saying, I get what you're saying is that even when you look at this level, you know, when I was coaching, it was always sort of painting by numbers. There's none of the, you know, put your head up and play what you see. And I certainly, you know, when I was watching you play, there was no sort of blueprint of how you should play. You just played off the cuff. I mean, that's great, but also against some organised defences as they are now, you have to have some set plays, don't you?
Well, we've always had set players. But you know, I like to have set players and the individual skill at that particular moment. You know, you notice who's a big man who's maybe had 2 or 3 tackles. You know that suddenly at that particular point of interest, he isn't going to have that physicality for that few seconds. So you utilise that and say, well, let's run at this big man.
Yeah.
Or vice versa. You find people who's worked hard at the particular position on the pitch.
Yeah.
And as I say, as a captain, you realise where you think, hey, there could be a weakness here, because we know none of us are involved from, you know, the physicality of the game. It throws, you know, a real weight on our shoulders at individual times.
Yeah.
And if you can read that, and it's like a boxer in a ring.
Yeah.
He knows when he's got his opponent, he's starting to tire.
Yeah.
He knows when to put the pressure on.
Good.
I think this is about, as a captain,
Excellent.
You're feeling all over the park where the weakness is.
Great stuff.
The best player.
That's good.
It might be a Johnny Whiteley.
Johnny, listen, ladies and gentlemen, more Johnny Whiteleys. That is somebody that knows about their rugby. Thank you very much, Johnny. Very good. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you for having me.
SPS Group, delivering one solution. Sponsors Rugby Live on Estuary TV.
Auto Tints and Shady Days are your home and vehicle window tint specialists. With over 15 years of experience, our high-quality film applications stop glare, reduce heat, add privacy, increase safety and prevent fading throughout your car, home, shopfront or conservatory. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page, visit www.autotinter.co.uk or call us on 01472 827 775. We're not your average window tinting company.
Hard water doesn't just affect how your home looks, it can also affect how your appliances and central heating system works. A water softener can solve these issues. Water softeners can reduce the cost of bills, increase the lifespan of appliances and give you softer skin and shinier hair. Installation is fast, simple, and you can start benefiting from softened water right away. Humber water softeners are able to give you a quick home demonstration so you can see the results for yourself. Protect your pipes and appliances today by contacting Humber Water Softeners.
Welcome to Camelot Cars, your local used car specialist. This is Hannah from Close Brothers Motor Finance.
Last year, Close Brothers Motor Finance helped 88,000 people buy their next vehicle.
All of our cars are sold with 12 months MOT and 6 months warranty. This is David from our warranty company.
We manage warranty claims for thousands of dealers, not least of which is Camelot Cars.
Camelot Cars, your local trusted car dealer.
Fair Deal Carpets are your local carpet and flooring specialists. For over 30 years, we've been supplying flooring for domestic and commercial customers, providing a complete service from free in-home estimates to finished fitted products. In our modern spacious showroom, we're stockists of a huge range of quality carpets, room-sized remnants, wooden laminate and cushion vinyl. We even stock beds and mattresses too. For great customer service and competitive pricing, call in to Fair Deal Carpets today.
If you're in the market for a new or used car, come to Right Car, the largest independent car supermarket in East Yorkshire and North East Lincolnshire. We have over 20 years' experience selling local cars to local people, with over 600 hand-picked quality used cars across our 3 sites, as well as brand new cars from Ford, Renault and Dacia. Our dealerships are a one-stop shop for services, MOTs, parts, warranty work and bodywork. Everything you need to keep your car on the road. Call into Right Car, where cars cost less.
Shady Days are your window tint specialists. With over 15 years of experience, our high-quality film applications stop glare, reduce heat, add privacy, increase safety and prevent fading throughout your home, shopfront or conservatory. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page or call us on 01472 827 775. We're not your average window tinting company.
SPS Group, delivering one solution. Sponsors Rugby Live on Estuary TV.
Hello and welcome back to Brantingham Park, home of East Yorkshire's Ionians Rugby Club. Ian, not a bad day, better than it was at Ionians, where you got a bit of hypothermia.
Our first ever game, Terry, I remember it well. I actually went home with hypothermia. I can vouch for that. No, I woke up this morning, it was raining cats and dogs, and I thought, oh no. But look, beautiful summer's
It's
day.
great for the young kids if you have a pan out and see all the young kids playing. It's fantastic that Ionians have got this all set up and Estuary TV are filming it. It must be a proud moment for the mums and dads and also for the kids to be playing out here, did you think?
I 100% agree. I mean, I'm one of the coaches here at Ionians for the junior side. Under 13s is my
How many games have you won?
Lots.
But it's not about winning.
It isn't about winning. It's about the activity in taking part. Now, what's great about this is the number of lads, young lads and girls taking part in rugby at junior mini level, with so few schools, comprehensive schools in particular now, taking rugby as a curriculum sport. Clubs like Ionians and Beverley Highlandsians are here today. Without them, the Rugby Union and Rugby League, in many respects the same, is struggling for numbers and coaching.
Talking about numbers though, Ian, when I come here on a Sunday, it's full of kids, just kids everywhere. Ionians just playing rugby, it's fantastic, isn't it? I mean, why can't they transfer that into the first team? What's going wrong?
Well, that's a big question. That's a question which you and I need to talk about on our weekly show in the next few weeks. It's a bigger question for the sport in general, where I think a lot of the clubs at junior mini level, at various clubs around the country, there's a void of great quality of coaching. More than that, there's a void of quality support of those coaches, giving those coaches better coaching themselves, where they're teaching the kids on a Sunday morning the increases of the game.
Talking about coaches, just walked up the director of rugby at Ionians, Martin Wood. Martin, it's been a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, so we have just for those people at home. Martin and I went on Fran Cotter's tour to Italy. Was it?
I think it was about 25 years.
Yeah, I think Martin was one of the youngest players on the tour. I was coming to the end of my fruitful career. But tell me, I mean, obviously you got a couple of caps for England. Fantastic. I didn't manage to get them myself, but you know, what's it like?
Jealous, mate.
I am jealous. But tell me, just very quickly before we talk about this afternoon, you know, running out for your country. How good's that?
Yeah, I think these kids' dreams to play for England. You know, and I managed to fulfil that dream. Feels like a long time ago, a distant memory, but yeah, great. Obviously, it's the highlight of my career. So yeah,
excellent. So obviously playing at Wasps, you find yourself playing at Wasps, played for England, and all of a sudden you find yourself at Hull Ionians Director of Rugby. Talk to me very briefly the route that you took to come here.
Well, basically, I'm a Yorkshire boy through and through. I wanted to move back up to Yorkshire. An opportunity came up here with my good friend Alex Crockett, who's head coach, and I just thought it was an opportunity I couldn't resist. You know, to be a community club, still got the grassroots like you see behind us.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's fantastic that all the boys down here and try and get them to support the first team as well as the first team boys support the mini junior section.
Okay, let's just focus in on the position of Ionians at the moment, third from the foot of the National One. It's slightly disappointing, but when you step back and look at Ionians and what it is, actually they're doing really well, because you know a lot of the sides that play in National One are full-time professionals, semi-professionals. You know, you haven't got the money to support a full-time professional side. I understand that, but yet when you play against last week Loughborough Students, you know they're wallowing at the bottom with you. It was a must-win game for you. But then when you run out and you see 8 Leicester players play for them, how does that make the players feel? How does that make you feel?
I think you're right. National One Rugby is a very challenging league, as we all know. I think the standard of rugby is definitely, you know, in the last 10 years has gone tremendously a lot higher, I believe. Last week, like you say, there was a few lone players in, but that is the nature of the game. They're the rules. You know, we play by the rules. We didn't come off on top last week, but that's not an excuse. I don't think we performed in the right areas, and maybe a little bit of fitness let us down in the second half. So.
I mean, the scoreline doesn't reflect how well Ionians competed, didn't it? Because obviously it was very close at half time. Were you in front or just behind in half time?
30 minutes to go, it was 29-24, I think it was. So, and I think there was just that little bit of extra fitness with a few of those boys who, you know, train full time with after Leicester.
Yep.
There'll be a little bit of that, but like I say, no excuses. We didn't perform well. If we don't throw the ball in the line out and we don't win the line out, we're not going to win the ball. So.
Again, I've said it all along, is that the forwards decide who wins, the backs decide by how many. It's the old adages. But whereabouts are Ionians strong?
I think we've got a good team this year. I genuinely believe that we've got the group of players to compete at this level. A little bit inconsistent, which is not ideal, so we've tried to right a few wrongs, but every week's a challenge in National One. Every week you come up against, like you say, semi-professional players who are fitter, faster, stronger than probably what we used to play in the last 2 or 3 years. So we've just got to do what we can control the controllables, and go from there.
You'll know, obviously, Darren Fox playing for them this week, but obviously he's pulled out, last minute pull out. Darren Fox, he played for Northampton. Didn't actually get a cap for England, did he? But I think he was sat on the bench for England against the Barbarians. Have you played against him?
I think I've probably played against him a few times. He's probably one of those 7 and tried to run around and kick him. But no,
he's a bit of an uncompromising player, so you'll be probably quite pleased he's not playing this afternoon.
Most
then.
Open sides are, though, aren't they?
Yes, yeah.
So no, look, there's good players throughout their team. So, like I said before, we've got to control what we can control. Try and impose our game plan onto them, and hopefully we'll come out with a win.
So another Ionians team running out here, then, Woody?
I think this is the under-10s.
The under-10s, it's great. It's absolutely fantastic. So how many teams do you have in run out on a Sunday? Because I did coach when my son played at Ionians. He played from under-7s all the way through to under-13s, and we took him to Twickenham. That was fantastic. So all these guys here, it's great that you're giving them the opportunity. You're giving them that focal point because they don't have it at the schools anymore, do they?
As a community club, on a Sunday morning, this is what it's all about for me. We're trying to get some homegrown talent come into the first team by the mini junior section. The mini junior coaches, chaired up by Tony Walker, do an excellent job.
Yeah.
We're really fortunate to have so many volunteers, and the mini junior section's really thriving.
I say Isaac is the scrum half. He's a junior lad. Then there's Wilson on the wing. How many more have you got? I mean, I was watching last year. You had a number of junior guys coming through the ranks. So it's a great testament for what you've got in the junior setup. Great testament for the coaches and the way in which you can't try and hold on to your players, which is good.
I think so. We're just trying to build a culture here that the boys actually want to play for Ionians. A lot of the boys could probably go and play somewhere else because it's in the nature of the game now. But the mini junior section, if that's thriving, fundamentally that's good for the club because eventually that'll go through into the first team we would like to hope.
It's good actually to be stood here being the non-international. I mean, obviously Cassie's played for Australia versus South Africa. You obviously had 2 caps for England, and there's little old me who's not got a cap, so I feel a bit left out with you three.
I can give him one of mine if you really want one. Thanks very much, Martin. No problem. We're heading into a break in a few seconds, so look forward to today's game and good luck.
Good luck. Good luck.
Speak to you later.
Cheers.
Thank you. Yeah, we're coming to a break now, and we'll come back and rejoin the coach from Cambridge.
SPS Security, experts in delivering full service protection and peace of mind. Sponsors Rugby Live on Estuary TV.
Welcome to Camelot Cars, your local used car specialist. This is Hannah from Close Brothers Motor Finance.
Last year, Close Brothers Motor Finance helped 88,000 people buy their next vehicle.
All of our cars are sold with 12 months MOT and 6 months warranty. This is David from our warranty company.
We manage warranty claims for thousands of dealers, not least of which is Camelot Cars.
Camelot Cars, your local trusted car dealer.
Auto Tints and Shady Days are your home and vehicle window tint specialists. With over 15 years of experience, our high-quality film applications stop glare, reduce heat, add privacy, increase safety and prevent fading throughout your car, home, shopfront or conservatory. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page, visit www.autotinter.co.uk or call us on 01472 827 775. We're not your average window tinting company.
If you're in the market for a new or used car, come to Right Car, the largest independent car supermarket in East Yorkshire and North East Lincolnshire. We have over 20 years' experience selling local cars to local people, with over 600 hand-picked quality used cars across our 3 sites, as well as brand new cars from Ford, Renault and Dacia. Our dealerships are a one-stop shop for services, MOTs, parts, warranty work and bodywork. Everything you need to keep your car on the road. Call into Right Car, where cars cost less.
Hard water doesn't just affect how your home looks, it can also affect how your appliances and central heating system works. A water softener can solve these issues. Water softeners can reduce the cost of bills, increase the lifespan of appliances and give you softer skin and shinier hair. Installation is fast, simple, and you can start benefiting from softened water right away. Humber water softeners are able to give you a quick home demonstration so you can see the results for yourself. Protect your pipes and appliances today by contacting Humber Water Softeners.
Fair Deal Carpets are your local carpet and flooring specialists. For over 30 years, we've been supplying flooring for domestic and commercial customers, providing a complete service from free in-home estimates to finished fitted products. In our modern spacious showroom, we're stockists of a huge range of quality carpets, room-sized remnants, wooden laminate and cushion vinyl. We even stock beds and mattresses too. For great customer service and competitive pricing, call in to Fair Deal Carpets today.
Shady Days are your window tint specialists. With over 15 years of experience, our high-quality film applications stop glare, reduce heat, add privacy, increase safety and prevent fading throughout your home, shopfront or conservatory. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page or call us on 01472 827 775. We're not your average window tinting company.
SPS Security, experts in delivering full service protection and peace of mind. Sponsors Rugby Live on Estuary TV.
Hello and welcome back to Ionians Rugby Club here in East Yorkshire, where we're now sat in our gantry, Ian. Bit warmer here now, isn't it?
A lot better up here, Terry.
Do you know, I mean, I should have brought a pair of gloves. In fact, I might have a pair of gloves. That look like, oh, I've got a pink pair here. So we're joined here by Tony Walker, the junior, is it junior chairman, Tony?
Yeah, I'm a junior chairman.
Junior chairman. So tell me, I'll just get my little pink gloves on because it is very cold up here. Tell me what do you have to do to be the chairman of the junior rugby? I was just saying to Martin Wood what a fantastic setup it is here in Ionians. You know, you've got all the guys running out there, and on a Sunday it's full of kids running about, boys and girls, which is fantastic. But you've got a number of juniors playing in your first team, and you know that is testament to the setup here. So you're in charge of that. Just tell me, run through exactly what it is you do down here.
Well, what we do each week is we have to organise all the fixtures, of course, for all the teams, and make sure every team's all kitted out with shirts that represent the club in a good fashion. Make sure they've got all the right kit to play with, and the recruitment process. The recruitment process is very important. Trying to get into schools and generate more rugby in the area, not just at this club but in general in the area as well. We hold festivals.
It must be quite difficult when you look at the location of Hull, which is predominantly a rugby league setup. You know, without shadow of a doubt, it's rugby league through and through. So do you find it actually difficult to go out and get young boys and girls to play rugby union when, first of all, it's such a difficult game to understand with all the laws that are there, whereas rugby league, there's only 13 in the side, there's 15 in the side of rugby union. So is it difficult to recruit young players?
It's extremely difficult because, as you say, it's predominantly a rugby league town, and so that's one huge obstacle that we're fighting against. And then on top of that, there's numerous other clubs, like we've got here today, Ionians and Beverley,
yep.
and numerous others around the area. So it's a constant battle to try and recruit week on week, and that's why we're trying to develop a recruitment officer for the club to get into these schools, help teach and encourage young children to take up rugby union.
I appreciate that, and it's great. I mean, there are a number of clubs in Hull, which is great, but I have an issue in that, if Ionians draw all the players to play, then who do they play? Because, say, for instance, if Ionians have a number of players and they hold a team, and maybe Hessel and BP and all the other sides, if Ionians, and it's fantastic testament to the recruitment you've got down here, but could it actually be one of the worst things that could happen, where you get all the players and then there's no one to play locally? It's a bit of a conundrum, that really.
I don't think that's the case, because I think there is enough to recruit in the schools, secondary schools.
Yeah.
For argument's sake, the Hollensians are here today. Their school is predominantly Wolferton.
Yeah.
So you go down there, and it's a big secondary school, just like South Hunsley is for us. So in a certain catchment areas of certain schools, those clubs can go. Beverley Grammar School for Beverley, etc. So I think there's enough recruitment areas for the clubs to be able to have good setups for each one.
Yeah, I can absolutely concur. I work alongside Tony at this club as one of the coaches, and also now a coaching coordinator for the club. I'm passionate about not only what we're doing here, but also supporting the other clubs such as Hollensians and Beverley, and further afield, Pocklington and Driffield. We've all got our own challenges when it comes to recruiting the young players through from comprehensive schools or even private schools for that matter. What we also lack the support structure for those players in terms of the coaches, the number of coaches that we need to help these kids develop. Now, we're in East Yorkshire, in Lincolnshire. We've all got our own views on this, but when we look in other parts of the country, where in London, where it's such a big sport, rugby union now, there's no rugby league really to compete against the rugby union, and they've got coaches in one team alone. I know 26 coaches for one age group in a team in London who this Ionians play in the same league in National 1, and that's just unheard of in Yorkshire and Lincolnshire. We just don't have that numbers of players or numbers of coaches.
I mean, we are fairly blessed here. We've got over 300 signed in the mini section. But just give you an example of the vast array of players that are around the areas. We've got nearly 1,000 children coming next week to a minis festival here.
Absolutely incredible.
Under 7s to under 12s. So it tells you there that there is enough players to fulfil all the different clubs.
I mean, I'm just talking about how the RFU do junior rugby is completely different to how the New Zealanders do the rugby, because in the RFU, what they do, they say, right, the under 12s play against the under 12s, the under 13s play against the 13s, and you can't move up or down an age group, which is fine. Having said that, when you get to the age of 12, 13, 14, 15, the disparity between some of the sizes of the players, is incredible. And so therefore, you might get one really big chappy who's just using route one to run over people, and that doesn't develop the skill of the individual. And I think what the New Zealanders do, they say, right, okay, we'll do it in weight categories. So therefore, you have like a 70 kilo or 30 kilo guy run against a 30 kilo guy, and that enhances their ability to use evasive tactics rather than just steamroll over them. What's your thoughts on that?
It is an issue. We do have dispensations in place, so if someone is of that size and ability, they do have the option of playing up an age group where the size and the physicality, it probably matches them a little bit more. And I do understand how the New Zealand does it. It is.
Do you think it's a good idea?
It proves it's a good idea, because going through the Kiwi system, the world champions, so it's obviously working.
I think the thing is as well is that it cuts all the administration out for you, because you don't have to bring birth certificates. All you have to do is bring some scales, and if you're under, then you play over there. If you're over, you play over there. And I think it cuts the administration down for you guys, because it must be an absolute nightmare having to get all the passports, birth certificates, making sure that they've got it. If they haven't got it, they can't play.
That's right.
It's an easier thing, isn't it? Surely?
It would be easier, but you still have it's still a process to go through to determine who's what size, what weight, and etc. So I think the process is fairly similar. We do it on age and ID cards. They do it on size. So you still got to go through a process. So one works for one and one works for the other.
In my previous sport, Cassie was testament to that. When we played judo, it was all about weight. So you were fighting against somebody your own weight. And again, I'm not saying there's any fighting in rugby at all, but what I'm saying to you, it is a physical contact sport, and you're more inclined to use your weight if you're twice the weight of somebody you're running against. Just a personal thought of mine. I just think the RFU should probably look at it.
It doesn't always necessarily work like that, though, because I mean, if you look at maybe a senior game where you've got a small scrum half and a huge second rower, that you've still got that same scenario.
Of course,
It's all about your ability, your skills, how you tackle, all that techniques. So you can be the smallest person on the field, attacking the largest personal field. It's not you're not going to get steamrolled all the time. It's just
technique.
Yeah, technique.
Yeah, exactly. So just have a look at this. Some of the games that are going on out there, Ian. I mean, you will obviously remember how far back that is when you being your age, but it must be great for the young kids to be ringing out there now, playing on TV, and mums and dads shouting. I mean, there is an etiquette, isn't there, in terms of like watching your kids play. Apparently, it's not all about winning; it's about participating, isn't it?
At junior level, it is, because what you're teaching in that is not just the ability to play the game, but the respect of not just your fellow players, but your spectators, your referees, everything like that. And so you're embedding the sort of process.
I hear that, Tony. I struggle with the concept of participation is fantastic, but I don't think you should get a medal for coming last, and that's my personal view.
We all have split opinions on that.
I just think
maybe not the time maybe for mine, but we just next week our festival is the same with no winners, no losers.
I know, but the thing is that had you got a medal for coming last when Ian was younger, he would have loads of medals.
And I do have lots of them. Look, I hear what you're saying. I've got my own views on it as well, Tony, and I think I share my views, probably both of you. Look,
don't sit on the fence, though.
No, I will say what I think. Rugby is a life lesson. Rugby teaches you adversity on the pitch with your teammates, but you get up and you carry on again. It teaches you values that you don't argue with the referee or decision makers. You get on and you take those rolls, those punches, and roll with it. And also in life, you win and you lose, and life's a tough environment for all of us as we grow up. So sometimes losing is part of life, and you learn a lot more from losing and sometimes from winning. Well,
the sentiments from Johnny Whiteley, again, I agree what he says. You have to understand and know what it feels like to lose so that you can enjoy winning more.
Without a doubt. Winning's great. I mean, whatever age the kids out here, they all want to win, of course they do, but they're also learning. And don't get me wrong, learning's as important, if not more, at this age group than actually winning the game. But the older they get, the more competitive they become, and of course they want to win. It's managing the expectation that winning is not everything, but it is important, because life isn't about losing. Sometimes you have to try and win to make sure that life's good.
I think if you teach the right techniques and skills, the winning will automatically
Exactly.
come.
I think absolutely, Tony. And also, when I was coaching down at Ionians as well, we managed to get to Twickenham. Ionians side went to Twickenham, and a number of parents were quite disappointed that I chose the whole squad and said that everybody has to play. These are young kids. It was their dream to play at Twickenham. I wasn't going to pick the best side, so maybe I'm contradicting myself shortly.
A little, yes.
Which is not uncommon for me. But no, it's great to be out here. Hopefully,
no
problem.
Thanks very much indeed, Tony. And it's people like Tony that keeps the world going around for junior rugby, and it's
yeah.
We're just going to go to a break and then probably come see us after the break, and we'll be going straight into the game, I suspect.
Yeah, we've got a short break, and we're back with the build up to the actual main event, which is Ionians versus Cambridge.
Can't wait. It should be really good. Fireworks will start then.
SPS Security, experts in delivering full service protection and peace of mind. Sponsors Rugby Live on Estuary TV.
Welcome to Camelot Cars, your local used car specialist. This is Hannah from Close Brothers Motor Finance.
Last year, Close Brothers Motor Finance helped 88,000 people buy their next vehicle.
All of our cars are sold with 12 months MOT and 6 months warranty. This is David from our warranty company.
We manage warranty claims for thousands of dealers, not least of which is Camelot Cars.
Camelot Cars, your local trusted car dealer.
Auto Tints and Shady Days are your home and vehicle window tint specialists. With over 15 years of experience, our high-quality film applications stop glare, reduce heat, add privacy, increase safety and prevent fading throughout your car, home, shopfront or conservatory. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page, visit www.autotinter.co.uk or call us on 01472 827 775. We're not your average window tinting company.
If you're in the market for a new or used car, come to Right Car, the largest independent car supermarket in East Yorkshire and North East Lincolnshire. We have over 20 years experience selling local cars to local people, with over 600 hand-picked quality used cars across our 3 sites, as well as brand new cars from Ford, Renault and Dacia. Our dealerships are a one-stop shop for services, MOTs, parts, warranty work and bodywork. Everything you need to keep your car on the road. Call into Right Car, where cars cost less.
Hard water doesn't just affect how your home looks, it can also affect how your appliances and central heating system works. A water softener can solve these issues. Water softeners can reduce the cost of bills, increase the lifespan of appliances and give you softer skin and shinier hair. Installation is fast, simple, and you can start benefiting from softened water right away. Humber water softeners are able to give you a quick home demonstration so you can see the results for yourself. Protect your pipes and appliances today by contacting Humber Water Softeners.
Fair Deal Carpets are your local carpet and flooring specialists. For over 30 years, we've been supplying flooring for domestic and commercial customers, providing a complete service from free in-home estimates to finished fitted products. In our modern, spacious showroom, we're stockists of a huge range of quality carpets, room-sized remnants, wooden laminate and cushion vinyl. We even stock beds and mattresses too. For great customer service and competitive pricing, call in to Fair Deal Carpets today.
Shady Days are your window tint specialists. With over 15 years of experience, our high-quality film applications stop glare, reduce heat, add privacy, increase safety and prevent fading throughout your home, shopfront or conservatory. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page or call us on 01472 827 775. We're not your average window tinting company.
SPS Security, experts in delivering full service protection and peace of mind. Sponsors Rugby Live on Estuary TV.
Hello and welcome back to Ionians, where we'll be soon coming on to the first game, Ionians versus Cambridge. It was quite interesting listening to Tony then.
Yeah, very, very interesting. We share a lot of the same views when it comes to the junior and mini setups in all the clubs, not just ours here. It's very, very important that we maintain our value of what we're trying to achieve. That is promoting junior mini rugby at the clubs, bringing the coaches through, teaching the kids the proper way to play rugby and all the values that rugby holds.
I mean, again, having so many people, so many kids on a Sunday running about everywhere, there is a responsibility on Ionians to make sure that the coaches are actually coaching the right things to the juniors.
Well, it's an interesting question that at the moment, especially from my own viewpoint. I believe that Ionians in particular, I'm sure it's the same every club in the UK, they're not individual coaches, players. My team, there's 2 coaches, I've got 24 players. They're not my team. I coach that team, but they are the club's team. So every coach in that club has a responsibility for those players in my team and all the players in the club. What I'm trying to say is that we have 20 odd coaches in the Ionians, but nobody should have a my team attitude. If a coach has got a certain discipline or skill that they can bring to other teams, well, the club should utilise that. We need that skill transferring across all age groups, no matter if they're a coach of a certain age group at that time. What's your view on that?
I think you're right. I just think it's important that the kids get the right coaches in the right positions who can teach them the right things. I just worry sometimes maybe a parent might want their kid to play rugby and they rock up and start trying to coach rugby when they haven't got the infrastructure in place to get the qualifications behind. I know Ionians are doing that. It's fantastic. They're putting through level 1 coaches. There's no point, if you teach somebody rubbish, they end up playing rubbish. They get into bad habits. It's so important to get the coach the right infrastructure, going to the right courses so that they can learn how to play rugby and then transfer that detail onto the young kids, because they're so impressionable. The young kids are so impressionable. They need to make sure that they get the grassroots absolutely bang on. I think Ionians have got that right here.
Well, I think we're getting it right. I think we're no different to any other rugby union side in the UK or East Yorkshire or Lincolnshire as we look at what we're doing with Estuary. my belief is that the clubs, every club, owes a duty to the coaches, because they're not paid, they're volunteers. You know, they're ex-players, they're dads, they're people who've probably never played the game. And for that very reason, the club should invest, I believe, in the junior mini coaching setup, which eventually will help the kids come through to a good standard, or better standard rugby in the future. And then they get to this sort of level at National 1 we're looking at now. These boys here, you're not going to get to this level without that proper focused coaching. I also believe as well, in our teams and our junior sides, there has to be a balance of the coaching. In my team, myself and my other coach are forwards, ex-forwards. There's no balance. I haven't got a backs coach.
You were a forward?
Well, I thought.
Really?
Someone said I was. I said he wasn't a winger.
I'll give you that.
Thought I was. But it's that balance that each team needs, the backs and forward coaching.
Yeah.
And that's where I think all the clubs should focus on using their resource across all the sides.
So, just to let all your viewers know at home, we are going to bring you live an exclusive rugby union from Brantingham Park here in East Yorkshire. National Division 1, Ionians versus Cambridge. Cambridge are out there. They're looking pretty sharp, actually, Ian.
Yes, they've got one or two quality players in their setup. I know they're lacking Darren Fox today, who's ex-Northampton blindside. I said, but they've got a couple of players in there. Deventi, who's number 8. Who's a Northants Academy player.
They've got a guy, number 8, the number 8 is on a Jaffe. He is a handful.
Well, he's a player to look out for. We shall see how he goes today.
I've been the inside centre, Matthew Hamar, is a guy from New Zealand. That's what's happening here. You know, they're bringing in foreign players to play at this level, so it's quite a serious thing, isn't it?
Well, it's National 1 rugby, and we're 2 leagues off the Premiership from here. I know that's a big step up from this level, no matter whatever you might think. However,
I know
you're playing. You know that, having played at Premiership. I mean, you could perhaps describe to the people watching today the difference between a Premiership player and a third division player.
I think. Well, I can only speak historically what it was like before, but certainly. When you played in the Premiership, you had a job to do, and all you had to worry about was your job. And perhaps when you come slightly down the leagues, you anticipate players to do things, and they don't do it. So therefore, your running lines might go. You know, the whole infrastructure of your game is depleted, and it's very difficult to try and adapt to a slightly different level. You know, slightly slower pace. You might think that might be easier, but actually, it's more difficult because a slow pace, you have to do things slightly differently. But again, I think that, as time's gone on, the standards has come up without a shadow of a doubt. This is a good standard.
You're watching now. This is a pre-warm-up for the Cambridge side in front of us, and you can see the intensity that they're working at now, just in the warm-up. Well, was it the same when you played it?
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, the thing is, what you have to remember, you have to get yourself into that zone. You have to get yourself mentally right, physically right. You have to take these knocks out there, because you cannot just go into the changing room, tap 10 times get the aluminium on the floor, shout to 10 and jump out again. You have to get yourself into the physicality of the game. This is going to be a physical game, regardless of what they say. Rugby is a physical game, and you cannot go into a game without having that, physicality in the warm-up there.
I absolutely agree. I just think back when I played all those years ago.
Did they have cork studs when you played?
Yeah. How did you know that?
Well,
were you there? Were you
no. There's no photographs. They didn't have any photographs in those days, did they?
They were black and white, totally. No, I remember our warm-ups used to be run around the pitch, a few touch of toes.
Is that where you fell down, running around the pitch?
And you perhaps pull a hamstring before you even started.
Yeah.
But now I've watched the change of the semi-professional to professional era.
Yeah.
And how you've got conditioners, you've got 3 or 4 behind-the-scene coaches.
Yeah.
And for every little whim, the players seem to have someone that look after them.
Exactly. I don't know if our camera can get a look down there. If you have a look next to the dugout from the Cambridge side, there's a cycle. I mean, that is taking it too seriously. Is that just in case they have to get a quick getaway? What on earth's that for?
It gets away from the ground. Well, this is it shows the changing face of the standard of rugby now.
You can see it there. Look at that. I mean, just for those people sat at home having their cup of tea, that is for, say for instance, there's been a sin binning, then they'll have to keep warm, or indeed if they're going to make a substitution replacement, then they'll go on there. We talked about the warm up there. They haven't got the opportunity. You know, when you're coming on as a substitute, you know, you have to get on these bikes, get the blood flowing, get to sort of speed of the game, and get, you know, making sure that your heart rate's up there. And that's why they've got these things. I think Ionians should buy one of those, don't you?
I think that's probably a good investment. But yeah, I can see why they do it. I mean, now the players can come straight back onto the pitch, or come from a warm-up position, ready to go. They're actually up to the speed straight away. Whereas before you'd have a little run around up and down the sideline, and then you come on the pitch and you take you 10 minutes to get into the game.
So tell me, I just mentioned there, sin binning, yellow cards. Do you think the game's better without the old fisticuffs, or do you think we've gone a bit soft, or do you think it's actually good for the game? I've never thrown a punch in my life.
I've never had a yellow card. Look, I'm a big believer in how the game has changed for the better. I think in our generation, our day, it was a lot more
robust.
A bit more relaxed in terms of what you got away with. The game's faster. The game's quicker. You haven't got time. They haven't got time to indulge in big fights now. It's just those days have gone. And if you do be seen to do that now, you're looking at a yellow, maybe even a red card straight away. There's zero tolerance.
It's not a good advert for the game either. I mean, certainly we wouldn't have been given a good advert for the game, would we, had we been playing today?
Well, we played in a different era. Sorry.
Just for those viewers at home, Ian and I actually used to play at Ionians many years ago. In the olden days, they had a little wooden shack in the corner, didn't they?
It wasn't quite a shack, but it was a different place to it is now.
I mean, like this is a fantastic piece of sort of facility. This, you know, it's a huge stand. It's a great outlook in the middle of nowhere, and you know, it's actually fantastic for an amateur club, this, before professionalism came in. Now professionalism's here, do you think they would have built something like this? Because it's very difficult to feed, isn't it?
I think in 1995, when they opened this particular facility at Ionians,
it was an amateur game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it turned professional in that very year. And everything changed. Players were asking to be paid. The clubs felt obliged to give them money. Where before they were paying you, the club, to have their shirts washed, and suddenly players were expecting
you had to pay
money.
£5 every game, wasn't it?
Mine was £3. I was even further back.
I had to pay £5 though.
Yeah, did he? Asked for some money back. But things have moved on. It became professional, and I think in hindsight they probably wouldn't have built a size of facility as this. It's a big cost to run a club this size, even with the numbers of juniors they have and the number of players, senior players. Without sponsorship, personal sponsorship and business sponsorship, the club would struggle.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at that, I mean, a lot of clubs rely on a sugar daddy, don't they? They rely on somebody always giving them money, and here's the teams coming out now.
Ionians are coming out.
We'll come back to that later. Here's the captain, Joe Macon. He's done well, actually, Joe, hasn't he, for the team?
I think so. I think he's a great leader, a great stalwart of the club. He's been a tremendous second row for Ionians for a number of years now.
He has actually played for the England counties side as well, hasn't he?
And
Who else?
He's been through a number of promotions and relegations with Ionians, so he knows what it's all about at this level. Yeah. It's a big game for Ionians today. It's a home game.
It's a must-win game. It is a must-win game.
It is. I think
I'll be very, very disappointed if Ionians don't come up with some points here.
Well, we shall see, because Cambridge are not here to make the numbers up. They've got aspirations.
No, here they come now.
I mean, not a bad crowd either, Terry.
It is a good crowd. I think they're only here because me and you are here.
I think that's what it is. That's what it is.
But today's referee is Matt Turvey.
Yeah, at this level, you do see some up-and-coming referees who are making their way in the game.
Yeah.
And from this level, there's a lad who's now doing Premiership who was doing this level last year.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name, but it'll come to me. But yeah, so this is a really good breeding area for the up-and-coming referees into the Premiership referee standard. As you know yourself, being an ex-referee.
Well, exactly. I mean, I did referee one below this standard, and do you know what? It's such an isolating experience. It really is. The sun's shining in our eyes. Here we go. It's going to be Cambridge to take the kick. We are looking for Ionians to take this cleanly, to set it up, take it. And I suspect they're going to just play safe and kick it into the corner. Well, sun's very bright, though.
There's no real advantage in terms of wind. All rain today.
Okay, here we go. Enjoy yourselves.
See how it goes.
Nice deep kick.
Well taken. And Isaac Green takes the play back upfield.
As you hear the ball rattling on this tin roof, fortunately it's not going to bounce on your head. Having said that, the sun's bouncing heavily off your head, so hopefully no aeroplanes will start coming to land near us.
I need my sunglasses.
First line out. Cambridge, let's have a look, because Ionians are quite good in the line-outs.
Well, Cambridge have called a short man line-out for the first one, Terry.
Sensible.
Looking to play an expansive game out wide, I think. That's crossing there in the middle. Has he picked that up?
He didn't take a player out. That's absolutely fine. They're looking to play the expansive game, Cambridge. Very good. So they're on this side. They're on left now. They're going to take it in one.
That was crossing that time.
Oh, actually, just to put you right on that, Ian, there's no such thing as crossing. It's called obstruction.
Obstruction.
Okay, thank you. Just to get it right. Sorry to those viewers at home. That's what happens when you have a rugby league commentator sat in a rugby union game.
It's still the same result.
Okay, Chris Bell's taking the touch. Hasn't got the distance that I'd expect, but still safety first, isn't it?
Well, see how Ionians take this their first line out.
See, Ali Thompson, great hooker, nice and strong. This potentially, Ion is one of the Ionians' strong points. Nice taken, well taken.
Bell Allett. Oh, good hit in the middle there.
Closed the door. Good defence midfield. That New Zealander is a good strike.
Very quickly there in defence.
That's a good hit by Hemmer. It's a good hit by, very big hit. Baxter drives him back.
Oh, holding on to the ball.
Holding on to the ball. You see, that's the good thing about Isaac. He's always looking to just do something, keep the opposition away. He was looking to take a quick tap there. I think sense prevailed. Just settle it down for the first 5-10 minutes as we look for Chris Bell to make another touch. That's better.
She found a good touch.
That is better.
Yeah, that was a great example there. The tackle made, but not releasing the tackle player.
Yeah.
Well, attacking line up for Ionians. Thompson to throw in.
Good bit of movement. That's good movement.
Catch and draw by Ionians. We'll see how much they.
Ali Thompson at the back, just trying to wriggle it free. Just has to be quicker than that. They have to get the legs going.
They've worked to the middle of Cambridge. They've got hands on the ball there. That's very good from Cambridge. And he's really fighting for the ball there. That's good play by
Gareth
Cambridge.
Baxter again. He's a strong man.
Yeah, experienced player. Gareth Baxter playing second row for Cambridge. I'd be disappointed with that, Terry. You think?
Yeah, I mean the thing is, you do this sort of repetition on a Tuesday and Thursday, and they'd have done it also before they came out this afternoon. That schoolboy error, that is. You need to make sure the ball's presented. I mean, that is an attacking position just gone. Now, Cambridge have got the scrum. They're going to probably give it to the 10, miss a man, and then the outside centre is probably going to kick it long right.
It's frustrating because those sort of opportunities you've got to maximise them.
That's a good scrum.
Tight game.
That is a good scrum.
That could have been called a penalty there. Player coming up in the scrum.
Oh, a bit of a mix-up there. Well taken though. Slingsby's taking it on.
Recycled ball.
Oh, that's careless. See, that's all a communication. Great line. He's either taking his eye off the ball, looking at who's going to knock him over, or there's just no communication between Isaac.
Well, he's given the scrum down to Ionians.
Maybe somebody's hand got in the way, something I can't see at this side.
I didn't
Sun's
see that.
very strong.
Yeah, I know what it is, yeah. There you go, yeah.
Well done, referee Turvey, Matt Turvey. And also one of the assistants today is Simon Lazenby, the East Yorkshire referee. Good to see him running up and down.
Yes,
Good friend of mine, Mr. Lazenby.
Simon's been a good friend of Ionians for a number of years. He's officiated here many times.
Are you sure the friend's the right way? He is
collapsing now.
That is
First
collapsing.
penalty at the scrum for Ionians.
Exactly. The loose head on this side is rolling in. You can't do that. You can't do it. The referee is absolutely right. So again, we've got Bell kicking corner again. We just need to get down there and get some position. Again, it's just not pushing those kicks long enough, really. You need to make them work harder for you. Thompson's the throw. I suspect that they're probably going to go in the middle, maybe towards the back in this position. They'll probably hit the back of the line out and then hit the back, and it just gives you a little bit more space in the backs, I think.
We'll see how they go this catch and drive.
There we go. Hits the back, rolling round.
Beyond 15,
that
come
has
up.
to be a bit tidy. That's good play.
Again, it's good. It's a good.
That's good setup.
Response by Cambridge.
No, that's good. You keep it going. There's a bigger blind side now. That was too telepathic, really. Slingsby tries to stay up. Good strength, though.
Yeah, good tackle.
I say, Cambridge are not competing this ruck, are they? They're not competing this ruck.
Well, a lot of teams now don't. They, if you watch the Premiership, Terry, a lot of teams don't even compete at the breakdown at all.
Advantage red.
Oh,
advantage there.
See, the referee was quite quick to blow there. Maybe there was two.
No,
there's just the one knock on. There was an advantage there to Cambridge.
KO advantage.
They had a 3-on-2, so you know you'd have thought that the referee might have just seen what had come out of it, unless of course there was another knock on.
Long for me, don't twist in. Yes, stay connected. Good man.
Yeah, it's frustrating. I think if I was Cambridge, a bit aggrieved.
Yeah.
Well, what I was saying before to it, I mean, at the breakdown now, especially with the new rules coming this season, teams are just not throwing players into the breakdown at all. They're defending the short and wide channels from the ruck area.
Let's have a look at this scrum here again. This is their ball, so let's see how Ionians do. That was feeding all day long, but they don't seem to pull that up anymore.
Good work, fellas.
No, something that
13,
Brian Moore's got a real big bee in his pocket about that one, the international team.
What's he know about scrimmages?
Right, Slingsby, fullback.
Hold! 12, wait, 12.
That's the
bit of ping pong.
Yeah, go.
He's going to put it up again.
Oh, the 10 red.
Yep, got a chaser.
Taken by Bell. Good. That's good evasive tactics. They have to ruck over this Ionians now. Come on the blind side. There's a local lad.
Good tackle.
It's well picked up there. Wilson's a big lad, isn't he, Ian?
Yes, he is.
6 foot. How many of him?
You get back on
Lad, but I was also looking at James Tinknell. He's a big lad. He's played for the Premiership.
He did play Leeds Carnegie.
He's a big lad. He's the Ionians number 13. Very big lad. That's good quality line out. That is good quality line out. Again, taking his eye off the ball.
Mistakes been creeping into the game already by Ionians.
John Allett just taking his eye off the ball there. It's very unlike him.
And on these little mistakes hinges sometimes the game.
Yes, they do.
Under no pressure.
It was unenforced. It was an unenforced error. That, I don't understand. The Sun's the other side. There's no excuse. He's obviously thinking about the next move rather than looking after the ball, I suspect.
We've got to secure it first, as we know.
Again, just let's have a look. Let's see if we can get in close on this feed. I'm not so sure whether it's straight. Let's have a look.
Well, the new laws this season, scrum half shot.
This is
left
not
shoulder
straight.
there.
There you go.
Can be
Tell me, Ian, is that straight? Exactly.
He's
Thank you very much, referee.
Thank
you. He must. Am I linked up to the referee? Not from the mark, so we'll take that again.
Free kick.
Again, it's a fair contest. Absolutely right, referee. I'll applaud him, Mr. Turvey. Absolutely. Ionians are going for the scrum.
We're going back for a scrum.
Yeah, much better this side now, yeah. Yeah, good man, yeah.
I just feel they may have the advantage of the scrum, Terry.
No, I think what it does, it holds the back row in. Ionians' backs are pretty sharp. They're pretty strong. I think they fancy themselves. Here, tying the back row, Probably hit it in midfield, create a ruck, and then come back left again.
You hear that hit 2-3, the ball goes in. The mess, that scrum there, Terry.
Okay, so they're going to hit it midfield. No.
How's the chase?
Inside!
Well covered. Looking to spread it wide, Cambridge.
They're under a bit of pressure. That is good pressure, Ionians. He's off his feet there slightly.
Looking to play the ball out from their own 25.
They're on this side. Cambridge are on. If it's quick ball, they are on.
They've spied it. That's a poor pass.
Well picked up there by...
That's a good counter rookie by Ionians. Put the pressure back on.
That is good, actually. That passage of play was good. They've rushed. They've closed their space down, and all that Aaron could do was just clear for touch. So now we're back to the line out. I suspect we're going to go middle to the back. There's a ball on the field. Just have to clear this off. Wilson kicks it off.
We've played nearly 10 minutes and there's no score. It's been a game really played in the middle of the park. So
we're not settled yet. It's still up and down, isn't it?
That's off the top by Macon.
That's good space.
Slightly forward. Again, another unforced error.
I don't know. It might be me being front row forward, but if I was a forward playing in this game and I looked up to see these 3 unforced errors, I would be getting so frustrated.
As a forward, I used to like to get up from the scrum and look as though I'm going forward, with the ball going forward.
There's Alex Crockett looking on. He's probably thinking to himself, why these unforced errors? In this game, you don't get many opportunities. And Ionians have just squandered 3 times with the ball in hand. It's just not like them.
What's the key scrum now?
Set.
Again, hopefully there's a bit more of a contest in this scrum.
That's exactly the same. Wasn't feeding.
There has to be some consistency, Mr. Referee, but he was always going to go one way, wasn't he? Ball in under his shoulder. Again, it's number 8 on a Jaffe. He's a strong boy.
That ball was ripped back by Ionians, so it's a play on. That's a penalty, hands in.
So this is kickable. This is kickable against all the odds. First time Cambridge have been in Ionians' half, certainly within the 10. I think they'll go for goal.
Yes.
Yeah, they will. You see that is so disappointing.
Yeah.
So disappointing.
I know.
Have had all the play.
If you drive straight through the middle of him, that's fair enough. But at the moment he's slipping because I think you're twisting in a bit. Yeah, if you stay straight and he does it, then I've got
the first time they give away a penalty, and I suspect Jack Green, not related to Isaac Green or Ionians number 9, they'll just pop it over.
Fellas, give me a couple more, yeah?
At the moment, Cambridge have made least mistakes.
Cheers.
Ionians have more of the ball, but made more mistakes.
I'm just looking at our stats. Ionians have had 80% of the ball. He's always going to get this one, isn't he?
Yes.
He's got an 85% kick ratio there. He's never going to miss anything like that, is he?
Which one? I've not played advantage to you yet. For the
3 points to nil.
Oh, just the one there, yeah, that was it. Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah, that was my fault. Yeah.
The electronic scoreboard's not yet working, but yes, it is. 3 points. 12 minutes gone. Ionians are going to have to try and hold on to the ball here. Just a bit too loose. They need to settle down.
Deep kick-off.
You see, there has to. That's good chase. That is a good chase. So he's isolated.
Again. That's good clear up by Cambridge there.
No, stay. Yeah, you're fine.
Balls. It's 3-0 to Cambridge.
So Keenan kicks.
Ionians attacking position.
So Slingsby takes on. It's a good, strong runner, Slingsby.
He held up there, well ripped out. Wilson.
Ball's out.
He wasn't expecting that, but he takes it out very well, though.
Oh, good ball at the back.
That is a good ball, but sometimes percentage rugby's best is to build on. Isaac Green's digging it out. I suspect.
That's
a
5,
third penalty now for not rolling away after the tackle.
But it's not in a red area. It's not in the red zone. It's not in the 22. I don't think the referee's going to start talking to anybody yet, but if it continues on, then he might start looking at penalising them, giving a yellow card. So Bell hits the corner.
Go for the deep kick in the corner.
So with Ionians line out, this looks good. This is a nice build-up. Just keep hold of the ball, making sure it's nice tight. Don't rush it.
Would you go front of the line or middle, Terry?
I'd try and go, if you're going to catch and drive, hit the front.
On my mark.
Catch and drive at the front.
Thank you. There we go.
But again, you've got on a Jaffe at the front there.
Closing the gap.
That's what happens.
Close the gap.
Closing the gap.
They're lucky Ionians.
But no, do you know,
yeah, we'll
I'm not so sure whether that was the right throw. There was no movement. You're just throwing man on man. It doesn't give the thrower any margin of error.
The gap, no competition.
Again, you know, I've been there myself. You know, it's so difficult to hit those throws if you don't make the movement and create the space.
Personally, I like a front of the line throw when you've got a catch and drive situation. You can secure your ball and work from there.
Isaac to put in.
Set.
Just need a bit of a hit on this scrum and just hold it nice and tight.
Solid scrum. Ball's out.
It's gone, fellas. It's gone.
So
he's isolated there.
Nowhere to go here. Good, you did well though, Wilson. Standing on. He's a big lad, isn't he?
Wilson here is a product. A mistake, another force error that time in the tackle. Checking back in.
Checking in there by Lewis Wilson. Just lost the ball there.
Good ball.
This is what happens when you lose the ball. Broken play. It's just you're against a fractured defence. It's so easy to attack against a broken defence, and that's what happens when you give the ball away in situations like that, Ian, regardless of whether you're in your own 22 or on their 22. If you get hit, you spill the ball, you cough the ball up, it just makes it so much more easier for the
I'm going to keep him square. I don't want to see you slipping up the side unless he
they're against
go in.
a broken defence. It's not organised, and the whole start to play, and that's where the mismatches are.
Well, they went 50 yards there in four passes. You know, luckily the Ionians made a good defensive cover there.
But they're putting themselves under pressure. They're putting themselves under a lot of pressure. 3-0. 16 minutes gone. Cambridge, the away side, taking the spoils at the moment. It's a good scrum by Ionians.
Solid scrum by both. Nothing's yielding there, Terry. Nothing's yielding.
So the difficulty is that this, the difficulty again for me is basically when you look at Ali. We'll just come back to that. Oh, that was a leading arm there. If I ever saw one.
I thought so. Not picked up by anybody.
See, they're building the phases now, Cambridge. They're getting a bit more organised.
That's fine. Release. Don't doesn't run.
Ionians have to. That's good.
Turn over. No, I thought he had that ball.
He did have it. He just lost it again.
Good turnover. Release, Fred.
That's a good turn. And he's stolen the ball. That's a great turnover.
This is what I'm talking about. For me, it has to be moved. Kicking's no good. Kicking is no good.
Offside.
Not an accidental offside. Could be a penalty.
Ian, just running back now. We won the ball. Ionians won the ball. There was a 4-on-3, maybe a 5-on-3, 4.5-on-3.
So we must strike for it.
Just need to not rush things. I know they're just in their own half, but they had an opportunity to certainly pass it a couple of times. Let's see what's on. Don't just kick and chase. Because they can cover that.
You talk about playing heads-up rugby. What's in front of you?
Johnny Wiley was talking about that.
We talked about the juniors being coached about playing rugby with heads up.
He's in the front row. You must strike for the ball.
Their skill level. That was a good position there.
Just going back to this scrum here. Sorry to interrupt you. The Ionians went very low, and it's very difficult for the hooker to strike the ball, especially when it's so rock solid.
Well, now the new rules this season, any player in the front row can strike the ball.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good strike by Thompson that time.
That is clean.
That was a good tackle by the back row from Cambridge.
No, stay. Use it.
Isaac looks for options. He's asking his forwards to take it on. You see, there's no impetus there at all. Maybe they're just looking to set it up again, just to catch the straddlers from the each side of the ruck. But it's a bit pedestrian, just standing, taking. They need to be taking it.
It's an easy tackle to around that ruck area. No one's coming onto the ball at pace.
Kick and chase then. Wilson's chasing this one.
There's a high kick.
You've jumped into a man in the air with no chance
Taking
to
the man
compete
out.
for the ball. You've leaped from there, you can't compete and you've
He's
hit the
got
man
a
in the air.
decision to make here. Either go for the kick from there. I think
It's
Isaac's
a
got
long
the boot
kick.
to do
It's
it.
a long kick. You're going for the corner all day long. Bell shapes up, kicks corner. That's more like it. That is more like it.
A very good kick.
As you can hear, the crowd appreciate that. Well done, Bell.
Yeah.
That is what the forwards are looking for, and he's clapping his hands. He knows he's done something good. It just gets the forwards going a little bit now, doesn't it?
He made amends of that kick out of defence a minute ago.
So Priestley Nagel runs up. Do you think he'll take it? The number 8, Ionians number 8, looks like he's odds on to.
That's the front of the line.
We talked about that, didn't we? This is where Ionians have been good all season. This is where they get the drive on. This is where they need their concentration.
They're still struggling with the ball.
No, this is it. They could just keep going. The crowd are getting behind them. Back starting to drive it in with them. They just get that momentum going. They just keep pumping the legs. They look strong. They look solid. It looks good. It looks good. As Ionians still keep going, it looks good.
It's called hold up.
Well, there's no fourth official here to go to the cameras, although Extra TV are giving you this live and exclusive, but unfortunately we don't play any part in the decision-making process of the referee. And it's a try.
He's given the try.
Thank you very much. So
the linesman must have given him that.
Brendan Fitzmaurice, thank you very much indeed, the touch judge. They're not linesmen. Can I just please point out?
Thank you for the team. We'll find out who scored it later.
So that's a try for Ionians.
So we've got 5 points to 3, Ionians, and now take the lead. Again, you said that in the last line out, Ian. Throw to the front of the line out.
We're not quite sure who scored that try, so did you know who scored it?
Listen, I'll just put it down to the forwards.
It was a forwards try. We'll find out later. I'm sure any forward who scores a try will put his hand up and claim it. So 5 points to 3 with the kick to come. Green for the conversion.
So I'm just Isaac's just looks in, looks at the long kick, crossfield kick, takes a deep breath. It's quite an important kick, this. Just takes them 5 points clear. Just right.
He just pulled it right. So the score remains 5 points to 3 to Ionians.
5 points to
21 minutes gone in the first half.
What do you think, Ian? I just think Ionians needed that, a quarter of the way through the game. Something needed to happen.
Well, I think if Ionians cut some of the silly mistakes out, there would actually be more pressure on Cambridge in this first 20 minutes.
Well, we've seen as soon as Ionians put a bit of pressure on, Cambridge always seem to concede a penalty. So let's have it. We just need to take this ball nice and tidy. Wilson takes it.
It's a tight game. It's a close game, I think, today.
Box kick. Wilson chases.
Wilson
to the Iron side. Bell chases with Wilson. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think there's a little bit of obstruction there, but we'll play on. It doesn't matter. The referee is wrong, but he's always right.
No complaining by the players. Let's get on with it.
Yes, let's say Ionians are calling them left. They are open left. That is a big hit.
Good tackling midfield by Ionians. Was that Alec making that hit, Terry?
Yeah. Just think the line speed is just
off the feet with the ball.
Line speed for Ionians just needs to be a little bit sharper, cutting the space down from Cambridge. I think they'll come into this. The longer this goes on, the more Ionians will come into it. But they have a habit of just falling off games, don't they?
They do. It's frustrating, I think, this season. We were talking to Martin Wood before the game. But he knows his team are still learning, some of the players that are stepping up to this level. For the benefit of the people watching there, that was a penalty. Ionians forward coming through the middle of the ruck, off his feet. They had the ball. You must be on your feet in the ruck.
Cambridge, how many?
You can't touch the ball off your feet.
7.
Again, this is a tactic. Cambridge just walking up. This helps the thrower because it disguises where the ball's going to be going in. So you just walk up. If I was Ionians, I'd be shouting at the referee saying, come on, you can't just walk in. Walking into line out is not acceptable. They are playing the referee.
a well taken line up by Cambridge. Looking to return the favour of the drive.
Again, Cambridge, there's no real leg speed there, is there? It's just pretty static. They're starting to get going now. They've broken free. Priestley now goes in there.
Still moving forward. Referee hasn't called first.
David Laverett's just trying to halt, brings it to the ground.
That ball's available.
So line
ball out, Terry, there?
It is out. Nagel takes the tackles on his feet again. Another tackle. He's a busy boy. Good line speed there. Good line speed by Ali Thompson. He really wants to do it today, doesn't he?
That's Ali Thompson for you.
So there's an overlap here.
Some advantage.
Oh. That's play on. Ball went forward at Ionians' advantage.
Released and carried on.
What worries me in though, they had a 3-on-1 there.
They
advantage
did.
over.
They still played the advantage.
This is good.
Knock on.
No advantage.
Is this nerves or is it? I mean, it can't be the weather. It can't be wet. It's just too many errors.
I agree. That's frustrating again.
I mean, I know Ionians know that is a must-win game, but when I went out on the pitch, and certainly you did, you didn't have that in your head. You just wanted to play. You just played to the patterns.
But it just
bound on. Ionians are snatching at the ball. They're just rushing things. Just no composure. That's down to the captain just to try and slow things down. Say, hey guys, let's relax. Let's just play the patterns, play what we know, go back to the basics, and that's what Ionians need to do. Just get in field position, kick the corners, and work from there.
They probably put pressure on themselves when they don't need to.
Cambridge to put in. I'm disappointed actually because I would have gone back. There's no real advantage to Ionians. I would have come back to the knock on 2 metres this way. But anyway, let's play on. So solid, strong, very strong.
Yeah, it's good scrum by Cambridge.
Out from Green. Good hit, man and ball. That is a good hit by Wilson. And again by Bell. That's far better. We need to close this space down, Ionians.
Good recycling by Cambridge. Is
their danger player? Yeah, it is. It's on Jaffe's just takes it in. Fed out there by Keenan. That's good hands there by the Baxter, the second row. He's a strong boy. Running wide there. Keenan takes it wider, just gives them a bit more options in field. Keenan distributes again to his forwards, takes it in by a big strong conquest.
They're going through the phase at the moment. I think they're drifting slightly forward, but again, no advantage given.
It looks like a score here. It is.
I think so. Yeah, nice try by
Ayrton just takes it in. Just too simple. Just the number 15, the Cambridge number 15. Just trots in. It was all made for him by the big strengther. His brother just creates the space. Brothers in arms.
Try for Cambridge. That's 8 points to 5 to Cambridge at 27 minutes play.
Disappointing that. That's disappointing.
Yeah, I know.
Well, just that lack of concentration in the defensive line there, Terry.
Yeah.
Just one missed tackle and they're through.
Well, let me just walk through whilst he's taking the kick. The referee played a knock-on, and then he didn't play advantage sufficiently enough, and then gave them the scrum. And from that succeeding scrum, they score a try. Okay, it's all about small margins, isn't it?
It is.
I do think there wasn't that much advantage there. I think Ionians should have had the scrum in there 22, but that's just me with my one eye.
It's gone. And we get the Fox over the conversion.
Oh, Cambridge!
10 points to 5.
Listen, it's still only one score, one under the sticks, one score, but... He's a stocky old guy, isn't he, Jack Green?
He's a big boy.
Reminds me of Gary Pearce.
Remember Gary. We should be seeing him later this season, I think.
Bell takes the kick. Kicks it long. That's not a bad kick. It makes him have to work. Where's the chase?
Yes.
Okay. That's good.
I need a clear strike from you.
A slice kick there gives him a bit more advantage, Ionians, from the line.
Okay, so his last line out, we scored from.
Careful how you're going into people at the breakdown.
Through to the front of the line, nice catch and drive. Ali Thompson knows he's got good
take a step from here.
tools in his tool bag. With the big Ionians second rows and the number 8. He takes in the number 8.
Yeah, come up.
Nagel.
Roll.
It's just body position. There's no leg pump. There's no speed. That's better. That's better. Come on, work harder. Body positions of Cambridge are very high. The number 8 there as well.
5's always bounding.
Offa Jaffe's very high.
Play, no play.
So the Ionians 12. John Alec come looking for the ball there.
Isolated again there, Terry. Well picked.
There's a lot of scrapping on the floor though. The ball here. Laverack takes it in and a lot of flow. No need for that. There is no need to give that 60-40 ball. It's not even a 60-40, was it?
No, that's frustrating. Another unforced error.
Yeah, in fact, not doing him justice actually. It wasn't.
Yeah, fine, mate.
It wasn't David Laverack. I'm sorry, David. Ricky Stout.
I didn't think he did. I thought you tried taking it as well.
Yeah. There was no need. Just again.
You go first and then they go second.
Get the captain just to pull the guys in to say, look, guys, let's just do the basics right. That's all they need to do. Do the basics right. Let's build on possession.
Crown.
It's gone down, Cambridge put it. 30 minutes gone. First time.
So 10 minutes left. Parity in the scrum, really.
There was no hooking there whatsoever.
No. That's a good miss
He's
ball.
outside with 25. Taken by Slingsby. Brings it back, chips it over into space. He's seen some space in behind.
That is a good kick.
It could be a really
Wilson Slingsby chasing it down. What's he going to do here? That is a great kick.
It really was.
Very intelligent kick. He saw where the space was. He knew the fullback was far right. Kicks it long in between the blindside wing who was up. A lot of space there. The winger had to turn. The fullback had to approach. You had Wilson chasing with Slingsby. Great kick. Great kick.
It gives his
much better. Yeah, much
his
better.
chasers time to put the pressure on.
Here we go. Throw to the back.
Knock on.
Again, it's just unforced errors for no, in my opinion, that shouldn't have been that ball. They've had success at the front of the line.
I just think, yeah,
secure possession.
When I've been there myself, and I'm sure that Ali's going to be frustrated with himself, frustrated with the whole thing, but the captain should be saying, right, let's just go back to basics. We're in the 22, let's just go to the front, let's hold on to the ball, let's just have possession of the ball. What they've done now, they've gone for the difficult percentage throw to the back of the line. Puts everybody under pressure, and now they're facing, looking down the barrel, scrum Cambridge. Frustrating for the pack, frustrating for the backs, and it doesn't do much for the hooker. And I'm speaking from experience here. You need to go back to the basics just to build up your confidence.
Well, they know that they're right in this game. Had they cut out their silly errors, they would be probably on top. We'll see how that one goes.
Again, no strike again.
That is hooked there. That ball's hooked. I saw that. But a loose head here is not binding on.
There was a big gap there, though, wasn't there, for him to run through?
It was.
I don't know where our 10 was. Good defence.
They go through the phase as well, Cambridge. To be fair,
well, that's basic stuff here. It's basic stuff.
Basic rugby.
Yeah, Slingsby takes it on. He's isolated now. The forward shot in. Have to get back. There's no options really. But guys are in front of the ball.
Well, the new rules this season.
Isolated again.
The player that makes a tackle.
Well played. Good player at Ionians. Well taken, Ali Thompson.
That was a hooker there playing in the centre. Great play.
Oh, again.
That's okay. That's ball ripped out and regathered. Oh well, good counter hooking by Cambridge.
Slight knock on there. It's very, very scruffy in that area, isn't it? There's nobody commanding that area, is there?
I think Coach Phil agreed there. They actually did the counter hooking well and came to the middle. Now, what I was saying, the new rules this season, is
Joseph Spotsman's warming up here. Have we got an injury here? He's a big lad, isn't he?
Yeah, number one's going up. Yeah,
that's a prop.
Joseph Spotsman. What's happening here?
Yeah, no, I'm alright.
He's nearly as big as you, Ian. They must be the biggest shorts at Ionians.
That must be an injury there.
Incredibly tight for him, though, don't they?
That's Sam Wilson had a knock there on the leg.
Tell you what, they'll be lost without Sam Wilson. He's been him and Slingsby at the moment, looking quite potent, haven't they? With the ball in hand.
Yeah, your ball. Okay.
Sam Wilson is the son of the chairman.
He's struggling there, Terry.
You don't need to be a doctor to understand that.
I can see he's a lot of pain with that.
How do you know?
You're right.
I know what pain feels like.
Oh dear me. Let's have a new tight end in for Ionians. He looks powerful enough.
He looks a big unit.
Right, he's rolling in. That's a penalty.
Yes.
That is a penalty. He is a big unit. It's a good substitution by Ionians. He gets a tap on the head. And Ali Thompson's they don't like it, you see.
You don't need this. Penalty's been won. There's no
I don't know. It's sometimes something like this does give a little bit of flavour to the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't tell me you've never been involved in anything like this.
Cambridge front row fell a little bit aggrieved there. That happened there.
Anything, Brent.
Again, so what's happened then? You've got Laverack moving to the loose head side. Have we?
No, Dave Laverack's come off with injury.
Right, yeah, I've just given a penalty from a
scrum.
This is what makes me laugh. You've got the referee in the middle.
Have a word with both teams because you're
guys towering over him,
and deal with it.
Giving him a lecture, and the captain's going to come back and say, "Look, guys, just pack it in." Anyway, penalty. Ionians. Bell kicks corner. Let's make sure. Wonder what's going through Ali Thompson's head now. He's probably thinking, I want to go to the front. I need the ball to go to the front. I want percentage throwing. I just need an easy throw. That's what he's saying to himself. That's what I would be saying to myself.
I think Sam Wilson's going to come off here, Terry. Looks like they've got a substitution. He's struggling with that leg.
Needs to go. There you go. There you go. That's what they need to do. Just peel around the front. That looks good. Ali Thompson drives it in.
He's got away with it.
He's going to. It's a big ask for a big unit to just touch that down.
Just about a bit too
he
far
showed some
for him,
good footballing skills. Whether he knew anything about that whatsoever, but let me tell you,
whatever you say,
Joseph Sprotson,
he's arrived. He's had an impact.
He's arrived.
Yeah, Sam Wilson's had to come off there, Terry. The right wing for Ionians. He took a knock on his leg there.
Is that Humberston that's on now, is it?
That's on.
Head towards half-time. We're 3 minutes away from half-time. Score still 10 points to 5 in favour of visitors Cambridge. We go deep with a dropout.
Taken by Bell. Slingsby takes it on.
Over the gain line.
We're here from the crowd. Get with him. They're not wrong. Here he is again. He's
a big unit, that lad.
I would like to tackle him. I'm pleased I'm sat here. Good lad, Bell. Misses man, takes it on again. Isaac Green digs out. Distributes again.
Yeah, it's that one side.
Just a bit static. See, again behind the gain line. They're not meeting the gain line. Bell distributes and misses it.
He needs to get across. That's nice tackling by Cambridge in the middle there, Terry.
I need to dig out. Bell kicks it long. That's not a bad kick, actually. That is a
kick.
Interesting kick. Keeps the forwards going forward. Intelligent kick there by Bell. That's what you want your 10 to do, Ian. Just keep you going forward. I remember playing at Wakefield, Dave Scully had those kicks, rolling forward. It's so demoralising for the opposition, but just so uplifting for your forwards when you're running up. When you've got the big guy like Sprotson jogging in, and he wants to be running forward. He doesn't need to be running backwards.
No, it's frustrating, I think, from Iron's point of view. They're building the pressure. They've made a few mistakes.
They just need to nick this. They're not competing, are they?
No. Some good throw by Cambridge.
Cool.
So there's taken in by
not found touch.
Humberston takes it again. Nice
taking the ball in.
Slingsby back to Humberston. He's taking them on to stay away from the touchline. Good rooking by Slingsby. It's everywhere, Slingsby at the moment. Taken in there by Wilson, takes it on again. Isaac looks to chip again. There's no chase. Takes the mark.
Taking it in flight.
Hang on. Next line out, if you leave before the hands
I'm
come
not
in,
about you though,
join,
but 17 spots and he's done a lot of work, but he's looking decidedly tired. He's looking forward to half time. He's only been on 10. But he has made an impact.
And that's all you expect from your bench, Terry, an impact.
Yeah, they're fine. The mark's there.
I bet the bench is quite pleased that he's come off the bench, to be fair. That's a miss.
Again, another mistake by Cambridge. They're creeping in now for that.
Taken in by Slingsby, onto Bell, back to Slingsby. Slingsby takes it on, chips through, sees a gap.
Oh, well taken by.
Well taken in by Jaffe. The try scorer takes him on.
Doing that sweeping roll.
Takes him on. Well taken. Oh,
big good hit in the middle. You can feel the force of that. His head jolted right back in that tackle, Terry.
That is time up, so the referee's playing in his own time now, but it's on. That is a good wrap-up tackle. Let him go. Roll away. Well done. Bit of afters as well. That was a good tackle.
It really was a good tackle.
By Tom Cottrell.
It's getting tough out there, Terry. You can hear the hits going from here.
Absolutely. Ionians just need to weather this storm. Cambridge
are the ball well, Cambridge.
Yeah, they are. You'll get some continuity to their game. He wasn't held, so he's quite entitled to roll over. Kanan just distributes to.
That's held up there in the middle. No, the referee saying play that ball.
To Green.
Better get deep, Pike.
New Zealand centres. No, you have to be doing better than that. That's a knock on. That must be full half time. Half time.
As we go to the break, it's 10 points in favour of Cambridge.
It's all on. It's all on. It's exciting. It's all on. A lot of mistakes in.
Well, I've just made a few notes of that first half, Terry.
No, too many mistakes. You've written 2 lines.
Mistakes, too many. Ionians in the first 20 minutes.
Yeah. On your record, we have 3 prizes.
Second period of that first half, I think Cambridge made a few mistakes. Ionians more impetus. Really capitalise on chances there to take that ball in the line out, put some pressure on them, and they didn't do it. Not enough for me.
I think so. I just look for me at the moment who stand out players. I think the number 8 for Cambridge is Offer Jaffe is looking quite good, isn't he? He's looking strong. He's a go-to in the line-out. But you look at, they've taken David Laverick off. What's the reason for taking David off?
Well, I'm not sure. It didn't look injured to me. It didn't look injured to me when he came off, but they've got a hell of a replacement on the bench there. He's made an impact straight away.
Okay, so we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Ian and I are going to get a quick coffee, but when we come back, it's going to be fireworks. 5 points in it, 10 points to 5. Ionians are down on this, but let's
see you after the break.
Let's see you after the break.
ICS Cleaning, delivered at a time to suit your business. Sponsors Rugby Live on Estuary TV.
Welcome to Camelot Cars, your local used car specialist. This is Hannah from Close Brothers Motor Finance.
Last year, Close Brothers Motor Finance helped 88,000 people buy their next vehicle.
All of our cars are sold with 12 months MOT and 6 months warranty. This is David from our warranty company.
We manage warranty claims for thousands of dealers, not least of which is Camelot Cars.
Camelot Cars, your local trusted car dealer.
Auto Tints and Shady Days are your home and vehicle window tint specialists. With over 15 years of experience, our high-quality film applications stop glare, reduce heat, add privacy, increase safety and prevent fading throughout your car, home, shop front or conservatory. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page, visit www.autotinter.co.uk or call us on 01472 827 775. We're not your average window tinting company.
If you're in the market for a new or used car, come to Right Car, the largest independent car supermarket in East Yorkshire and North East Lincolnshire. We have over 20 years' experience selling local cars to local people, with over 600 hand-picked quality used cars across our 3 sites, as well as brand new cars from Ford, Renault and Dacia. Our dealerships are a one-stop shop for services, MOTs, parts, warranty work and bodywork. Everything you need to keep your car on the road. Call into Right Car, where cars cost less.
Hard water doesn't just affect how your home looks, it can also affect how your appliances and central heating system works. A water softener can solve these issues. Water softeners can reduce the cost of bills, increase the lifespan of appliances and give you softer skin and shinier hair. Installation is fast, simple, and you can start benefiting from softened water right away. Humber water softeners are able to give you a quick home demonstration so you can see the results for yourself. Protect your pipes and appliances today by contacting Humber Water Softeners.
Fair Deal Carpets are your local carpet and flooring specialists. For over 30 years, we've been supplying flooring for domestic and commercial customers, providing a complete service from free in-home estimates to finished fitted products. In our modern, spacious showroom, we're stockists of a huge range of quality carpets, room-sized remnants, wooden laminate and cushioned vinyl. We even stock beds and mattresses too. For great customer service and competitive pricing, call in to Fair Deal Carpets today.
Shady Days are your window tint specialists. With over 15 years of experience, our high-quality film applications stop glare, reduce heat, add privacy, increase safety and prevent fading throughout your home, shopfront or conservatory. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page or call us on 01472 827 775. We're not your average window tinting company.
ICS Cleaning, delivered at a time to suit your business. Sponsors Rugby Live on Estuary TV.
Hello and welcome back to Ionians at Brantingham Park. We're watching Ionians versus Cambridge.
Live.
First half is now 10 points to Cambridge, Ionians at 5. We're joined by the one and only Johnny Whiteley once again. Johnny, what are your thoughts?
Well, I thought Ionians were the better side in the first 40 minutes, but ironically they dropped the ball too many times.
Yeah.
They put Cambridge under pressure, but they haven't, withstained it. They've got up the ball along the line, and also the possession they've had. I think they could utilise the field, the greater part of the field, the bunching.
Yeah.
And having to run into position.
Do you not think it's? I've just saying to Ian that for the hooker, being an ex-hooker myself, it's just they're throwing it too long at the back of the line-outs. They need to just throw the front of the line out. And again, they've been dropping the ball. They've knocked the ball on. Giving ball away in this sort of league, you get punished. And it was shown by the 15 going into the corner there, wasn't it?
Well, absolutely. I mean, they can't allow them any space because they've got a bit of pace out wide as Cambridge. But I think Ionians can wear this team down. I think they're not as big as Cambridge. I'm quite surprised how big Cambridge are.
Yeah.
But I think in the tight, I think Ionians are holding their own.
Yeah.
By that pushover try.
Yeah.
But a team like Ionians, with that kind of pace in the backs, I think they should be scoring one or two more tries.
Yeah, I think so.
Out wide. I think that's the structure.
Looking at possession, Ionians have had 60-70% of the ball. I mean, it is cold today. I mean, I've got my gloves out of lost property.
It is his colour of his gloves.
But what I'm saying is that maybe out there, it is a bit cold on the hands, but there's no excuses to be dropping the ball, Johnny.
Oh, no excuses whatsoever. It's a perfect day for rugby league football.
No wind, no rain.
There's no rain. As in, when we're coming back to this game, what do you think Ionians need to be doing, Ian, the second half?
Well, for me, after that first half, balance of play, 70% Ionians, 30% perhaps Cambridge. Again, cut out the mistakes, play through the phases, build the pressure, as they did that kick from Singsbury before half time. Keep building that pressure, keep putting them back onto the back foot, and then take the chances. Go to the front of the line, build the pressure again with the catch and drive, and then take your chances as they come. And they're in the game without a doubt. They've got a chance to win it, providing they go back to basics.
Yeah, I mean, Johnny, watching the first half, I mean, you'd have spotted it a mile off as well. If you take the ball standing still at rugby league, you get battered. And I think Ionians are just taking the ball standing still. Rugby union or rugby league, you have to have momentum with the ball in hand, don't you?
Absolutely. I think one of the things is with this level of rugby union, what happens is when whatever team has the ball, everybody encroaches
Yeah.
around the ball area. You know, you could throw a net over the entire
Yeah,
side.
it's like watching
penalty.
kids football sometimes.
If you're in possession of the ball, you can allow yourself space. Because if you allow yourself space, you've got the ball. They can't score first and foremost. And secondly, by you creating space, they've got to spread and they create openings.
Yes, mismatch.
And what happens is you've got to be brave. When you've got the ball, you've got to be brave and not run into position because you've got the ball. You've already got to be in position.
Yeah.
And the wingman's got to be. I mean, it's a beautiful pitch.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
It's absolutely superb.
It's good for running rugby, this, isn't it?
And so what happens? Everybody should be spread out in their own acreage.
I mean, all I'm saying, from the ruck area, you know, Isaac's digging out, and then he's banging it onto one of his forwards stood still.
Yeah,
and it just doesn't. It allows the defence to come up too quickly. You need to run at gaps. You don't run at people.
Yeah.
You need to run into space, and you need to run at pace. And I don't think Ionians are actually doing that at the moment.
I think one of the things which I get a little bit perturbed about is when the forwards get the ball, they're already going to ground.
Yes, they're not standing on the, not fighting to stay alive.
They're not lifting their knees up and saying, right, see if you can tackle me.
Yeah, and make it hard work for them.
And I know you need the ball, and you've got to protect the ball. But if every forward is just sort of rolling forward, you're not gaining any advantage.
Yeah.
And also what happens is, what you've got to remember, when you move this ball about, as a defending side, you've got to chase the ball and you're burning energy.
Right.
And so what happens is, if you're moving the ball and I'm chasing it, then you run at me with pace, where I have to tackle you and not fall on top of you.
Yeah.
Then over 80 minutes, we should win this game.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Johnny.
We're coming to the end of.
Thank you for coming to our little commentary box. It's gorgeous up here. The sun is shining, and I'm getting more sun off Cassie's head than what I am off the sun.
We're going to one more commercial break, and we're back for second half. And it's all up for grabs.
I mean, I think Ionians are in this game without a shadow of a doubt. I still believe, I still hope, I promise that they will win the second half. I mean, we need to score early on. But
okay,
we'll come back to the break. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh,
guys are coming out now.
Yeah, they are. They're back out for second half. We're going to stay with it.
We won't go to your commercial break. Well, you'll be pleased to know. Yeah. Ali Thompson there, rubbing his hands together, waiting, all in store. He's an aggressive old character, is Ali Thompson, isn't he? Yeah. If you're going to pick a hooker, you'd pick someone like him, wouldn't you?
I think he's a stalwart of the club. To be fair to Terry,
I mean, just running through the team as we watch Ali Crockett come out. The Ionians, they've had Wilson taken off. He's a Speedy Gonzalez. He's one of their main pace men. It's going to be difficult for them to try and replace him. But Ionians to kick off.
10-5 in favour of Cambridge. Second half. Well taken by the big number 8.
Off Jaffe takes it on.
It's a good set position.
A ball on the floor. It's Ionians. It's just easy to give away a penalty. Just let them have it and let them run at you. So we're looking at 10 points to 5. Ionians are down by 5. Home side is currently losing. But they've been here before, Ionians. They've played the last 5 games and won 2. Cambridge have played their last 5 games and won 2. So I know you can't do rugby maths, but it just gives you an idea as to a flavour of what's going on.
Right, Cambridge line. They're walking very slowly to the line.
Again, it's good
short
tactics.
Line.
Off the top, that is good.
Oh, was that forward pass there?
No,
Terry?
It wasn't forward. The referee's always right.
They've come out at a different pace here. The second half, Terry.
So the try scorer, the 15, back
nice
inside
ball.
to the hooker. Ionians are going to have that's
well
great
snagged.
pressure. Great pressure. Falkingham taking it round there. He's putting himself about, Falkingham, which is good. But they need to be put down at source, Cambridge, just to stop them rolling on. They've got an overlap here.
Oh, it's a nice ball.
Oh, he held
Good
on to it
tackle
too
by,
long. It was a good.
Humberston there on the wing. Well, he lacks for pace. He certainly makes up for in defensive abilities.
Well, talk about pace. He's got more pace than me and Newcastle, so we'll close the book.
Ever had, Terence, I believe.
I tell you what, he's looking quite good, Chris Bell, at 10. He seems to be orchestrating things quite nicely.
There's a prime example there. You have to come back through the gate. You can't stand up after making the tackle. You have to come back round. That's a new rule this season.
Cassie, the laws, mate. The laws.
The law.
Kick the corner. So whilst this ball's out, I just noticed in your commentary first half, Cassie, that you said he's inside his 25. When did we have
22,
a 25? Yeah, thank you. You're thinking about
22.
rugby league, aren't you, my friend? Just thought I'd stop everybody writing and complaining to Estuary TV about your commentary.
What does that bloke know about rugby?
Oh, why did we drag you here? Okay, line up. Thompson.
Remember,
he's
he's
going to be watching
line
his
out
opposite
first,
man. No. Well played. That is a good offload. Just hold on to the ball, Irons. Just take it in, drive over, just recycle. Percentage rugby. Green feeds Bell. Okay, so.
Can they get away with that? No, maybe not.
That's a good kick chase, though.
That number 8 from Cambridge there, stood in the Ionians line there, from a ruck, he was offside.
He got away with it.
That's the ball, yeah.
You see, he's just adding that something different, isn't he? The unpredictability. They're on here. Cambridge are on if they get the ball out. That's
Ball's
good
on
defence
loose.
again by Humberston.
Yeah, it's fine.
He's cut the space down well there, Humberston, hasn't he? I know he's been replaced.
Nobody
He's
went
just
over
made
the
a
tackle,
replacement for
man on the
Wilson,
floor,
but
played it backwards.
his defence is pretty strong.
Yeah, I think he's a good defender.
Yeah, good.
So did you say he lacks pace?
No, as the pace of Sam Wilson.
Oh, okay. All right,
But obviously he's got more pace than
you and I put together. Yeah. I've got Johnny sat here thinking he had a lot of pace in his day, Johnny. He was a big boy as well.
Yeah, I'll put at the back.
Johnny Whiteley sat here with us enjoying the day. Sunshine beating down on us as we go into the second half of this game. Ionians feeding.
Solid scrum.
Isaac feeds
Goes away.
Bell again. It's a good combination.
You're right.
Some dancing feet there by Ionians. That seems to be again. No.
Get at the side.
Okay.
Interference by
For
the
me,
ball.
that is a quick tap. We should go. No, okay. Now's a quick tap. Just need to keep them on their toes.
Side entry and then mouth.
Okay. Bell takes the kick again. 2 penalties against Cambridge in succession. One being offside, and then another one talking to the referee. You can't talk to the referee. The referee's wrong, but he's always right.
Well, number 1, I've got a call from the touch.
Bit like being at home, Terry.
You've got to keep that scrum up, yeah? Yeah, I'll let it go because it's at 8 feet, yeah?
Okay, Ali Thompson to throw. He probably hit the middle this time.
That's a nice take on the top
good.
there.
Bell feeds his
Moving it wide.
centres.
Ionians moving it wide.
That's good. It needs to go for the corner. Good step, and let's go round him.
Good tackle in the corner there.
Oh, again, just lost the ball in the tackle. I'm stood up quite excited. The crowd stand up as excited, looking there to see Reese just to sneak into the corner. He stood his winger up really well, stood in and then went out, but just let go of the ball.
I'm coming this side, yeah? I just spoke to him, yeah, we're in nice here.
Scrum now to Cambridge. Do you know what? That looked good. That looked good. It looked good. The first time that Ionians have been shown a clean pair of heels. Reese stepped off his left, then went off his right and took his winger out completely, and then just got taken out there by the fullback.
It's an important scrum, Terry.
This is a big scrum. My money's on Irons trying to drive it back. I know it's against the head, but it's going to be 8v7 because the hooker for Cambridge is going to be driving. It's going to be a big drive. It's going to be a big drive.
No, it's good scrum by Cambridge.
Oh, he has to be put down.
Tackle!
Isaac just missed him there. Winded himself in the process.
He's onside, he made the tackle.
That's not an attempt at a tackle, but it stopped him. Ali Thompson just rolling in with his shoulder. Ordinarily it could be penalised, but Ionians have now got the line out. Simon Lazenby there on the touchline, the assistant referee.
This is where you build the pressure, Terry.
Ali Thompson has to throw to the front, and I suspect he probably will do. The back of the line will come round to sweep up, not straight.
And that's a frustrating.
Come on. But you're setting the gap, so that's.
Do you know what? I mean, 9 times out of 10 you get away with that.
Yeah.
Somebody's mouthing off. That's what happens.
Penalty.
That's just not good form.
We said at half time, Terry, cut the mistakes out, build pressure, and they haven't done that yet.
Was it Tom Cottrell speaking to the referee or Lewis Wilson? One of the two. Just can't be done. We talked about it before the game. We spoke to Johnny Whiteley. You just cannot argue with the referee. Once he's made his mind up, he's made his mind up. Isn't that right, Johnny?
That's absolutely true. You're not. No defence against that.
You can't. It's just an easy giveaway. There's a lot of shuffling going on here. That's not straight. That's not straight. Well, do you know what? It's forgivable throwing to the back of the line out. It's unforgivable not throwing straight to the front. I know I've done it that many times. So,
from Kemi's point of view, that's frustrating as well. You know, you win a penalty, you get some more yardage, and then you
woo that chance. You know, when Samuel Rees was going for the corner there, if he just managed to squeeze over in the corner, you know, level pegging then, and who knows? 48 minutes into this game, 8 minutes into the second half, strike there by Ali Thompson.
The new laws this season say that you can reach into the back of the second row's feet to get the ball out now. Number 8 can.
Knock on in the tackle.
Oh, just not cohesion. It's just lacking a little bit of cohesion.
It went off a Cambridge arm.
I'll give you the benefit, yeah.
Forward to scum down.
Knock on in the tackle. You stay at the back, yeah?
Again, it's like Johnny said earlier on, this is a beautiful day. It's a wide pitch. It's not damp in your hands. The ball, it's very dry. It's beautiful weather. You know, the ball handling skills for a National Division 1 rugby has to be better than this.
I think one of the things is they're trying to score in their own mind.
Yeah, trying to do too much with the ball in the hands.
So everything's so hurried.
Yeah.
You know, they've got to give themselves more time.
Yeah. That's
I mean, time is about losing pace or physique.
Yeah. Quality players always look as though they've got time.
Half a yard extra. Get that little half a yard.
Yeah.
And then when you're in the lead, you can afford to take that little half chances.
Yeah.
But it's about winning at this stage. I mean, you know, we're on the 5th, 6th from bottom. Yeah. And what I'm saying, it's about winning.
So,
getting confidence.
Feeds the scrum.
Bind. Set.
I agree with you, John. I'd like to see them build some phases.
Here we go.
Move the ball through a number of rooks.
Use it.
And then build the pressure.
Priestley there goes, feeds to his.
No, just go. Now go. Now just go. Don't.
Tackle.
Now start again. Now get composure and start again.
That's a good kick chase. Reese is chasing it. What's the 8 going to do? It's good composure.
That's good chase by
It is a good chase. But what Undar Jaffe did there showed a lot of composure.
He stayed on his feet well there.
He did stay on his feet. Driven over there, guy Cambridge.
Those extra 2 or 3 yards were vital.
So the Cambridge number. Oh, that's a bad tackle.
That's frustrating, but good play by the centre again. He made the break in the first half. That lad is a New Zealand player, I think.
Yeah. Joseph Sprotts just missed that tackle. That's what happens. It's a mismatch. That was a mismatch. No disrespect to Joseph there, but you know, you got a centre running at a big front row forward. It's always going to be happening. Running around him. It's good. This is good phase. It's good continuity from Cambridge. It's clear out here.
Release.
He's isolated here. Stay on your feet, Ionians.
Yeah, what Cambridge are doing now, Ionians didn't do, built that composure. That's a good tackle, Ionians in the middle.
So Ionians have the ball. Crowd shouting, keep the ball. They're not wrong. They're not wrong.
Yeah, going to build the pressure.
Slingsby takes them on. Reeses takes it. He has got a good left.
Good ball,
that's well played. Now this is better. No, this is better. Great interplay. Hold on to the ball. Create the ruck. Let's start again.
Don't panic.
They're off style all day long, but good step. This is
it's good
great play. Well played.
The forward pass
Thompson.
at the end. Forward pass at the end, but that was a great passage of play by Ionians.
Do you know that was good? I mean, the ball handling skills, the interpassing, absolutely fantastic. Let's have a look at this. Just gives it inside, just takes him out, plays the ball between his legs.
Time off.
Great interplay there.
I think that's what we're talking about.
Offloads it there to.
Was that a forward pass?
I'm not so sure if it was or not.
I don't know.
That was.
Watch that again.
That was very tight. That would be nice to see it on a different angle.
Okay. Take time.
I'm not so sure if that was forward or not, but I'm not going to argue the referee. He might penalise me.
He was closer to it than us, Terry.
I'm not ever going to call the referee, but I think he was wrong.
But
well, I think
it's forward pass.
I think it showed you there that little bit of timing, that little bit of just hesitating, that little fraction, just to set the next man in motion, and the support play rolled and rolled and rolled, and that's what I looked good about.
Darren Fox there in the jumper,
it's not enough continuity
England player
with that.
Had 100 odd games for Northampton. That's the hooker.
Yeah, 8 you can, yeah.
He's taking no further part in the game.
It's always worth a try, isn't it?
Let's come down. Cambridge put in.
You're good, yeah?
They're still 10 points to 5 to the good at Cambridge with 53 minutes
15,
gone.
Yeah, second
half. Long way to go yet, Terry.
Just watching Steve Townend walking up the side of the pitch here from Ionians, and Darren McIntyre looking quite pensive, quite irritated by the lack of communication. Isaac Green's coming off. That is, if it's tactical, I'm surprised.
Is that a good game? I thought.
Yeah, he has. It's been good. Maybe the ball. Who's come on? Stevenson.
Use it.
A solid scrum though. Solid scrum by Cambridge.
Nice offload.
That's good rugby.
The crowd here, the ooze. That was a fair tackle. Very solid though, very solid tackling.
Well, I don't know where that was going, Terry, but
yeah, he
certainly wasn't going to his hands, was it?
He may hold his head in his hands. Yeah, he knows.
That's always going to hold, I think.
He knows he's done wrong there. That was like one of your passes, Cassie.
Yeah. In my heyday.
Oh dear, it's Johnny Whiteley here holding his head as well. Listen,
okay, fellas, let's go, please, Hull.
15 minutes into this game. Second half.
Go, boys, let's go.
Just seems to have hit a bit of a flat point at the moment. We just need something to set alight and just give this impetus.
This is a team detected by the scruff of the net, doesn't it? The whole game.
Okay, taking the man out. Taking the man out as he's in the air.
What do you do here, Terry? Corner or goal?
I think I'd go for the goal, but Isaac's gone, hasn't he? So the kicker's gone. Might go for the corner.
And he's played the man in the air.
Yep.
This is a golden opportunity now to put some real pressure.
Have to go to the front of the line. I know what's going through.
Keep going, fellas.
The hooker's head. He needs to have a clear head. He needs to make sure he throws to the front of the line out. They gather, the back of the line out, come to regather, get the drive, keep it tight, keep Cambridge away from the ball. That's good.
Yeah, beyond 5.
That's good. That's driving on.
That's good counter push by Cambridge. They've got the second
still at the back of the line. Like Cambridge are coming offside there. That's it. He's gone back. Referee spotted him. Legs are going. That's better. The backs are starting to join in. Are we going to see the repeat of the first half? That's a big scrum.
That's a cracking try by Ionians.
I'm not going to share who's the last one up.
I can't tell you who scored that, but
I can tell you. It's Richard Stout. Ricky Stout.
The prop. There you are.
I know everything. I know everything. It's always good when a front row scores. Fantastic. Just keeps the backs quiet for a while.
That's brought the scores level. 10 points apiece with a kick to come.
Excellent work. So for those who are watching as well, if you're talking earlier on about Ian playing in the World Cup final in Bermuda against South Africa for Australia, we will talk about that in our show. Johnny Whiteley's going to join us in our show. In a week, keep looking on the Estuary TV on the viewing points, and we'll be on a week on Wednesday. It's going to be 15th of November at 8 o'clock. Be there or be square. We'll also do the press-up challenge.
Can I come?
Let's keep quiet. Have a bit of respect for the kicker, please.
I know, I'm not saying anything on that one.
Bell shapes up. This is a big kick. Takes Irons 2 points ahead. It's a good strike.
It's got
Looks good.
Some distance on it.
Yes!
That's a cracking kick.
You can hear the crowd will tell you. Went sailing through the middle. That is a good kick. That is the impetus. That is the firecracker we needed for Iron. It's just to give them that impetus to take it. Bell just whacking the ball over nonchalantly. Absolutely great kick.
Cracking kick.
Okay.
Right. So often teams make a mistake after they've just scored, so they need to exit this.
Yeah, it's so important just to regroup, gather, play the percentage rugby. No mistakes here. It's always quite difficult. Just that's great driving.
That's
there.
a nice drive
by Priestley Nigel. Bell feeds it wide. Excellent. Oh no!
And that's exactly what we're saying there.
Horrid. You hear "oh no" from the crowd, "oh no" from me, "oh no" from Cassie, and again Johnny's got his head in his hands. It's just percentage rugby. That's all they needed to do. Hold on to the ball.
It was a risky pass on one hand.
Off two off.
It's just too much to take.
As the sun glares into our eyes.
Play on.
It is quite difficult to pick the game up with the sun so low.
Stay.
It's going to be the same for the players.
It is. Danger player here for Cambridge.
Tackle.
He's a New Zealand boy, isn't he?
He is, big strong lad.
Matthew Hemmer. He's on his own.
He's isolated there. Again, pick up and drive by the Cambridge number 8. A good strong carry. And yes,
again,
over the top Ionians.
Would you go for 3 points here, Ian, or go for the corner?
I think they'll go for the 3 points, Terry. It's too tight a game today.
Yeah, Jack Green's just weighing his options up. He's having a look. What's he want to do? Yeah, I think he's going to go for the 3 points. Yes.
Goal.
Joe, just very quickly, going back to our show, we've got Johnny Whiteley coming on. We've got Ian Castleton talking about rugby. We've got...
that should be a quick game, quick TV programme there.
What, Johnny talking about rugby? We're talking about rugby. Oh, you're talking about rugby. And also we've got the Sally Up Press Up Challenge. So Google Sally Up Press Up Challenge and have a look. If you think you're good enough, give us a ring. Get in touch with Estuary TV and put your name down. We might get you on the show if you think you're good enough. You have to compete against Ian Castleton, who is the world's best
across and being a nuisance.
press-up man.
Yeah, I know you're in
might get Johnny to have a go as well.
Can we just watch the game for a minute? Talking absolute garbage.
Anyway, shapes up. Green to shake it up. It's the only green on the pitch now, with the other Isaac's been taken off, sat under the stand. It's a nice strike.
I think he's missed that.
That's right. That's right. It's fine.
That's a.
Do you know how we know he missed it? The flags didn't go up.
That's correct. That's a poor miss by Cambridge there. Not that far out really.
No, you'd expect the balls to go over. That could be quite telling. Quite a long kick there by Bell. Oh, that is a high.
That's a big hit there. A big hit by Ionians.
Those are at home watching the game. We are facing.
That's a nice little break there by the centre.
Well,
that was a shame.
Do you know
Relax,
what?
let it go.
It's just small things.
Yep.
You know,
Cheers,
small things like that. Let's just have a look at that again. He just chips it through, chips it, and
just wasn't deep enough, high enough
White, 2 and 3.
to beat the
2 and 3.
the defending winger.
It wasn't the winger actually, was it? It was Bell.
2.
Was it Bell at centre?
No, he's on the wing.
Standoff, yeah.
Yep, it was Bell. Well played, Bell.
Yeah, you got 2 on.
Okay, reinforcements are coming on then.
Substitutions.
Stout and Ali Thompson are coming off.
Benjamin Stevenson.
Bell, I know.
Babrak and Stevenson coming back.
Yeah.
Coming on.
5.
Good stint by those two today, Terry.
Yeah, it's a good stint. And it's very good by the coach to spell the front row. Off
Well
the top.
taken.
Green passes inside to the New Zealand 12.
That tackle had to be made.
Still a bit loose. Green offloads again.
It's a bit high.
Off feet.
Yeah, again.
This time I think they probably will go for the 3. More straightforward in front of the kick, front of the post kick.
Asking his captain,
over there,
what do I do?
Just,
Do you know what?
Just,
if I was
Yeah,
the
good
kicker,
day.
if I was the kicker
for goal,
here,
yeah? Going for goal.
you'd own it. You wouldn't ask your captain. You'd know if you can
Yeah,
kick the
just
ball
ask
over.
him.
You don't need
Absolutely.
to ask your captain. You think you can kick the goal, and you're 2 points down. You don't need to have a look around. You have faith in yourself. You back yourself. You kick it over. What do you think there, Johnny?
Well, I think it's the captain. It's imperative the captain knows instinctively where he is on the park. When I was a young international, the great Jim Sullivan of Wigan said, if you're ever the captain, what you want to do is draw an imaginary line from the corner flag to the halfway line and round back to the corner flag. And if your goalkeeper nods, take a kick at goal within 10 points.
Green's just taken the kick.
This kick
time he
Right.
slotted that.
Say again, slotted it. Johnny's right, absolutely right. Know your parameters, know where the ball game is for your kicks, and then you just take it. Johnny's absolutely right. You shouldn't have to look around. It should be instinctive. You know where you're going to kick. Anyway, that aside, Cambridge now are in the lead.
You know it's going to be a big scoring game, so you take every opportunity.
Yeah, absolutely. Take the score when you can. Ionians now find themselves 1 point down.
13 points to 12.
The Cavalry's arrived. Let's see if fresh pair of legs can make any difference whatsoever.
We're now in the last quarter. It's going to be a tight finish.
He's a strong lad, that.
A good ball by that centre there. A good tackle back by Ionians.
Say, Matthew Hemmer, he's a New Zealand guy, played New Zealand last year.
He's played well actually today.
He has played very well.
I think it's been the difference between the two
Off his
sides
feet.
so far, Terry.
Yeah, I think so. It just gives them a little bit more option. He's not a big crash bang wallop centre. He can do it if he wants to, draw the defence in. But what he does, he steps off both feet and he creates that bit of space for his mates. And you know that is what you need. You need that little bit of space, and he does that. So Bell just taking his.
Well, they're going for that catch and drive again after the last success.
Yeah, well, exactly. I don't want to say that's all Ionians have got because it's not, but. You know, if something's working, don't change it.
That's right.
That wasn't quite deep enough though, Terry. Still,
as the sun glares, it's going to be difficult. If you look at our cameras shots, it's difficult. The sun's right in the eyes of the recipients of this ball getting thrown in.
That's well taken.
As we shield our eyes from the sun, it's a good
drive by Ionians. The first effort. Stop the first one. They're still moving forward.
Once.
Seems to have come a stop. That's once.
Stop that time.
Okay, so they hit it once. They'll allow one more, and then they have to use it.
To use it, thank you.
Use that one, I think. Yeah, using it now. Good ball.
Oh, nice ball.
Ball's available.
That's something Isaac didn't do when he was on. He didn't test the back row. Oh, we're on in the corner. Yes. Excellent work by Slingsby. For me, Slingsby's been one of the outstanding players in the afternoon. I said earlier on.
He's had a great game today.
He took the opportunity. He could have passed it. He backed himself. Held the ball tight.
Play here. The ball moved quickly in the hands.
He had the opportunity. It just kept that 15 interested, didn't he?
He did.
That little show of the ball there, John. It kept that 15 interested. Just give him that extra second. Stephen Slingsby, well done. Well done. Well done, Stephen. So, it's all up, 17-13.
With a kick to come.
With a kick to come. I am getting quite excited now. It's all going to come down to the last
15 minutes.
It's going to be good. Ionians do need this win. They do need this win. Alex Crockett's pacing up and down with his hands in his pockets.
So it's Christopher Bell.
Cheers, fella.
Christopher Bell going for goal.
Okay, so Alex Crockett, he knows this is a big kick. Again, the scrum half, the replacement scrum half for Eyes, just took the back row out there, run sideways slightly, just offloaded it. Create that bit of space. Bell kicks, shapes the kick. Nice strike, just pulled it left.
Pull that slightly left.
So it's still one score in it, it's all to play for. You can just look at the Ionians bench, the director of rugby, the head coach, it's all quite tense down there. Hands in, it means so much to these players. Stevie Town in there, barking instructions.
Yes.
Well, Cambridge are bringing two more fresh pairs of legs on.
in this part of this season where we've last 15 minutes we've had a problem going through the full 80 minutes.
Yeah, I know. It's concentration all the way through, Ionians. That is what's needed as Jack Green takes the kick. He's in front of the kicker.
Yeah, he was at the front of the kick. He was.
So the referee's shielding his eyes. He can't see things.
But they're giving themselves
shout anything about the referee.
Ionians have given themselves a chance now. The last 15 minutes to
That's it.
seal the game
he's
out.
fighting to stay on his feet, but he might get turned over here.
Held up there
You
for
need
me.
to get somebody in there to take it to the ground.
Play on.
That's what happens. They're on here, offload against the broke defence. They've got it well covered, Ionians. Nice defence. Don't pick him up. There's a big tackle there by James Tinkerhill. Ionians win that.
Tackle.
Taken in there by
offside there.
Samuel Rees didn't come off the second best, had a bang to the head. Back on his feet though, as Joe Makin just takes it on again. A lot of what you see of Joe, you don't see it. It's all the unseen stuff, which for the forwards is great. Nice break. That's a great ball.
Oh, he's pulled it forward again.
It back.
Can we see that again on a replay, perhaps? See if
I don't know. Our cameras are well in line. Let's have a look now. Just as he breaks through, great strength. Oh, I don't know.
It's a line ball, perhaps.
Do you know why it was forward, Cassie?
Red 8 going. Oh, red 13.
Because the referee said
so.
Pulled it forward.
Red 13, white 8.
Okay, so Alex Stockton. He came here as a junior, played as a junior, went to Hull for a year, and then he's back at Ionians. He's a good, strong number 8, actually. He's a strong kid. He's dynamic, ball in hand. I think he'll add a little bit in the last 15 minutes.
That was a good
Sorry, Sam,
good performance.
He's just come back. He had an injury for a full season. He's been out for quite some time. He's just finding his way back in. He's a young chappie. Shielding my eyes against the sun that's beating down. The shadows of the scrum are quite long.
Important scrum.
Sun's very low.
Important scrum. That's coming up in the front row there. The referee hasn't pinged any of those in the front row today.
Not this half.
No, he hasn't the second half at all.
It's a try scorer. That is a big hit. He's going nowhere tomorrow.
That is held up there.
That is well done by James Tinkerhill. He's going no. You have to hold on to this iron, stop the drive, and then they get the ball.
Well, that is held up.
If they can hold the ball, they get the scrum.
That is
exactly.
Held up,
well done. You can hear the crowd. They know how important that is, Cassie. They know how important that Tinkerhill, that great strength. No. The big number 13 just held the drive up. They got a bit of an edge on, then they stopped it. And because it stopped, they got held up in a tackle. And now it's the Ionian scrum with Samuel to put the ball in. He's added a little bit, Samuel, actually. He's done quite well. He's just added that bit of flair on the I know that Isaac's a nuggety sort of scrum half, very similar to Dave Scully in the olden days. But fresh pair of legs with Wilverson.
Bind!
Important scrum again.
Set!
Hear the impact. Who comes up at all? That's a solid scrum by Ionians. That's up.
Could be a penalty.
That is a penalty. Yes, it is.
Could be a penalty. Talkington just holding on to the ball, just slowing things down. He's got a good old head on him for a young pair of shoulders. There's Alex. Just held on to the ball there. Just slow things down. Pass the ball to his scrum half.
That's a confidence builder for Ionians.
Chris Bell now going to kick the corner.
There, Terry.
We're now looking. The last 10 minutes is so important for Ionians just to keep in the 22. Not bothered about another score as long as the scores keep the same. I'm quite happy. Ionians coming away with the spoils.
Not for me. For what I'm seeing on your
Darren
side,
McIntyre
touches call as well. It's for me. You slip out the contest and then
Alex Crockett looking quite nervous.
So stay connected for me. Keep the bind there, and we'll be happy. Yeah.
Energy.
9. He was offside as well. Yeah.
And the referee Matt Turvey.
Yeah. Last scrum.
There he is. Matt Turvey giving a few not straights. Sprints round to the back of the line out. Just have a look. That's a nice throw.
Ball.
Keep hold of the ball, Ionians. Just keep it tight. Keep driving.
That's a good drive.
That is a good drive.
That is a good drive.
That is a good. Wilverson's barking at his forwards. Barking at his forwards. Keep it going. Keep it going, he says. Keep it going. It is going to be another score. They won't stop this. It is a try.
Yes.
Is the referee giving a penalty try there?
He has.
I think he has. I think he's giving a penalty
try.
try.
He has, yes.
That is exactly what Ionians want. Yes, they are hugging each other. Yes, they're giving a high five. Yes, they've got another try.
Just to explain,
and the good thing is they do not have to give the kick, so it is an automatic 7 points.
Just to explain that to the people who don't understand that particular decision, the referee penalised the Cambridge side for collapsing the rolling maul, and that's a penalty try where he gives a penalty underneath the.
If beyond any reasonable doubt, without the infringement, Ionians would have scored the try. Without that infringement, then the referee has to give the penalty try, and that's what he's done in this instance. It just gives Ionians that bit of breathing space. There's 8 minutes to go.
24 points to 13.
That's 7 points. That is 7 points to Ionians for that penalty try. The new laws say that you don't have to take the kick for the penalty try. So now we've got Jack Green to kick the ball. Ionians should receive. We need to make sure that Ionians do regather. Play the percentage rugby, hold on to the ball, just play it safe.
Competition back off White.
That's well taken by
no 50-50 balls, just make sure it's percentage.
Knock on by White.
Keep it tight. Looks like they've
That's a good counter-rooking by Cambridge there.
Again, this is not what they wanted. They say often Jaffe just takes it on, boshes a few people off.
Well picked up.
Stripped in the tackle.
Good strength.
Forward again, Ionians got
just
the ball.
reset it, Ionians, just play the percentage rugby.
He's a strong lad, that big prop, Terry. What's his name? This is his name here. Won the penalty as well.
Joseph Sprotson, take a bow. One blip in the character today was just when he missed the centre. But you'll always back a centre against. Against, I won't say.
Your first man on the ball was fine,
but he is a big boy, isn't he?
He's a big unit.
I would hazard against the biggest prop we've ever seen at Ionians.
Apart from when you
Apart from when I played.
Oh dear me. So just on the break, just tune into our show on Wednesday night, a week on Wednesday, on the 15th of November, 8 p.m. 15th of November, 8 p.m. We'll be talking to Johnny Whiteley. We'll try and keep Cassie out of it because he doesn't talk much sense, but we'll have to let him on because.
Come on, just where you are, mate. Stay there,
the contract says so.
They've got a few topics to cover, I think.
Well taken.
Was that straight, Terry?
No, of course it was. That is a good line.
That's
okay, that's it. Ionians, just keep it up.
Good tackle back.
Oh, well played. He could have gone himself, but he wasn't greedy. And they're going to have to stand up. The crowd are standing up in anticipation. They think that something's coming on. The referee's just blown. Just a knock on there by Ionians. But hey, listen, great dummy there.
That was smart rugby.
Woolersholm. Is it Woolersholm? Is that how you pronounce his name? Sam Woolersholm. Well done, Sam. Take a bow.
Just there.
Again, Sam, what he did there, he just kept the back row interested. What Isaac was doing first half, distribute, took them in, but what happened there, because the back row were used to the pass all the time, Sam just dummied to pass, and the gap opened up. That is exactly what Ionians are looking for.
Smart thinking by the scrum.
Good.
Find. Set.
Let's see what Ionians have got here.
They've got the ascendancy.
I've got the extended. That is a big scrum.
Oh, well picked up on the back of the scrum by the Cambridge back rower.
That was well picked up.
It was good.
Oh no!
It's nice turn of pace though. Good ball.
This is it. This is what happens with Ionians. They just don't concentrate. He's going to have to stop for the kick. If he just stop.
It's a nice try by Cambridge. A nice breakout there.
Cassie, I'll be fair to you. To give.
Watch that again. Missed tackle in the centre.
Missed tackle.
I like break made.
It was good play by Cambridge, but it was gifted.
Well.
It was just listen. Christmas is a few weeks off, but listen, that was an early Christmas present.
Again, that missed tackle in the centre there creates a 2-on-1 situation.
Do you know?
Look, I think that was a well taken try.
It was, but it was just too easy. That was just too easy.
Yeah, well, the missed tackle in the middle.
Stay there.
Yeah, it was a missed tackle.
I've got it for you.
Okay, let's have a look at the old scoreboard.
That's 24-18 with the kick to
24-18. The scoreboard's yet to be.
Don't charge.
4 minutes to go.
Upgraded.
It sets up for a very tight.
It does.
Finish. That's a good strike. He's missed that. Pulled it left. 24-18.
The thing is that gives them
the winger. The winger scored there, Terry. I don't know who scored that.
17.
That try there.
Time off. 17.
Albert Portsmouth.
Albert Portsmouth.
He should go back to
Cambridge.
Portsmouth. That's what I say. That's disappointing from Ionians' point of view, but just
time on.
That try, regardless of if Ionians win or not, they still get a point for being close. Being close, don't they?
Yeah, but I think both teams want the full 5 here, Terry.
Well, they do. They do. It's a big, strong boy for Jaffe there.
The frustrating thing for Ionians there, they had the push in the scrum.
No, this game's not over. This game's 3 minutes left. Is not over.
I'll take 100%. Oh, that's a good tackle.
That's a tackle.
You could just feel the tension. The crowd here on edge of the seats. Stevie Townend's pacing up and down. That's all right. That's all right.
1-2. Knocks it on the floor.
He was very quick to blow there.
Well, no, the referee signalled 2 knock-ons, Cass, so he's right, absolutely right. But what this does, it eats into the clock. Eats into the clock. You've got 3 minutes left. You've got Alex Crockett barking instructions to his players. He's getting quite animated. Understandably so, but there's a lot of pressure on the head coach and the director at this level. Absolutely. Darren McIntyre pacing up and down. Steve Townend looking at his clock. Scrum down. Ionians ball. They just have to weather this storm. There's 2 minutes left.
Bind.
Sun beating down.
Reset. Hold the weight, yeah? Just hold the weight, fellas.
Scrum, the shadows casting right into the middle of the field. Gives an indication of how low this sun is. I just want Ionians just to finish on a bit of a high. Don't need to give any silly things away. Just play the percentage rugby.
Crouch! Bind!
Crowd's going silent. There's a lot of anticipation in the crowd here. I don't know whether they're shocked.
Scrum there, solid scrum by Ionians. They're going for the second push. Yes, they are. They're
going for the penalty.
They've got
the penalty. Eats into the clock. Go for the drop goal. Sensible play. Yes.
Oh, that's a good
sensible play.
Good drop goal by Christopher Bell there.
Excellent. That just takes them 1 score away.
It does. It just pulls them.
Good play there. When you look at that, I mean, Bell took the
your prop. All right, time off.
Bell took the drop goal in order to just give them that 3 points,
3 points
margin. But also,
there.
had he missed it, they get a penalty. So it's a shot to nothing. Sensible stuff there, Johnny. Do you think?
Absolutely.
Good.
The thinking of.
They scored
27-18.
27-18.
Come on.
So they need to score twice now, Cambridge, and it's a sensible thing.
With a minute to go on the clock, it's a tall ask.
Hey, listen, never say never, Cassie.
No, not in
never
rugby.
Say never.
It depends what the referee gives us a.
Oh, that is a big hit.
It was a big hit.
It was a big hit. You could hear it crunching
down.
down.
A penalty. Quick tap and go.
It's always going to happen.
Back foot Ionians.
They're not 10. Not 10. But he's run 5. It's a bit of a battle of attrition up there now, isn't it? Bashing into people. Oh, come on, was the shout from one of the Cambridge supporters, and come on. He should have done. He just should have held on to that ball because it was a walking. That was a walking.
We have eliminated a lot of errors this half, though, haven't we?
Well, we've
been more solid.
I think so. Ionians have been better in the last 20 minutes than they had in the first 65, without a doubt.
Yep.
It's given a lot of confidence as well this last quarter of an hour.
I just think second half, I mean, first half, Ionians were by far the better side. I think Cambridge just lived off Ionians' errors, and the Ionians have cut the errors out second half. And they've played at their pace, but they've just cut those 50-50 passes down, which has given them the opportunity to build on possession.
I think when bringing the big prop Joseph Sproxson on towards the end of that first half, big change. It turned a lot of the possession into go forward possession.
Yeah, you're right, Cassie. You've been right for the first time this afternoon. I agree with you.
It's not off for the
No, you're right. I agree with you. It's such an integral part of the game, is the front row, and a lot of people underestimate it, but the forwards do decide who wins and the backs decide by how many. It's proved today. And again, the unsung hero is the captain. He's done a lot of work. You know, Joe Makin. If you mention his name a lot, then he's not doing his job right. He's in the middle there. He's doing all the little bits you can't see. Martin Johnson sort of stuff.
We're into the injury time, Terry, who would give today's man of the match to?
Well, for me, I mean, talking, Thompson's just done well in the line-outs. You look at Joe Makin's done a lot of unseen work, and Precy Nagel has done well. But for me, Steve Slingsby has been solid on the high ball. He's got a lot of vision. He's been good with the ball in his hands, scores the try. For me, the Ionians man of the match is to be Steve Slingsby.
No, stay, thank you.
They're playing through the phases now to play out the game.
I don't listen, they should have done this. I was going to say should have done this earlier, but again, errors.
That's frustrating there.
Off feet, leave.
You got the game sewn up, and he's still giving away silly penalties.
But this happens. I mean, the crowd will get frustrated with the referee, but the referee's playing the laws as he should play. And the more it goes on, the more panicky Ireland is. He's going to have a word with the captain and say, look, listen, any more of this, and somebody's going to have to utilise the tools in his pocket, I think they're saying. He's going to utilise the tools in his pocket in order to manage this game, meaning that he's going to use his yellow card.
Well, they're asking the question how long there is to go. If they take the tap and they score, can they play again?
Yeah.
They're going for goal. 1 minute. So
1 minute.
At the end of this game, so we'll go to a commercial break, and then we'll go down and talk to some of the players on the pitch.
Yeah, we'll do, absolutely. We'll talk to anybody. So why is it again important? It's taking this to get his point. It's taking this. You'd look at the score and think, why on earth 18-27?
Well, there's a bonus point.
It's played for a bonus point, and this is a huge thing for Ionians because they might need that points difference at the end of the season. Crucial.
Don't worry, we'll restart.
So also
27-21.
And also, they can now score under the sticks. They're in this game. The game has not finished.
Referee's giving it. Yeah.
This will be last play, but
Ionians have to be very careful here, not to just give it and leave centres open and bash through the centres.
It is last play.
Game's on.
You can do that.
Ionians bench shielding their eyes. Such is the strength of the low sun. You can see by the shadows cast by each player. They kick it to their best player, which is not a good idea.
No. Discipline now is important by Ionians, not to miss a tackle, not to give away a penalty.
Tackle release off!
So you cannot finish a game on a penalty.
Extra time added on.
You can't finish on a penalty either, Ian. I must say
that's correct. It has to be an error. That is the error.
That is the error.
And I think that
is the end of the game, fortunately. You can hear the crowd here, Ionians, home crowd, jumping up and down with the big hurrahs. 18 points to 27.
27 points to
84 minutes into the game. Extra 4 minutes, but shaking hands. Listen, Ian, that was a game strewn of errors, but listen, nonetheless, thanks, Johnny. Shaking hands with Johnny Whiteley. That is points well needed, wasn't it, for...
Oh, without a doubt. Look, we'll go to a break and we'll go down to the pitch and have a chat with some of the players.
Okay, so just stay with us for a while as we look at the team. Cassie and I are going to take our positions down on the basement to try and interview a few people. I'll see you after the break.
SPS training, first aid, security guard and fire safety training. Sponsors Rugby Live on Estuary TV. Fair Deal Carpets are your local carpet and flooring specialists. For over 30 years, we've been supplying flooring for domestic and commercial customers, providing a complete service from free in-home estimates to finished fitted products. In our modern spacious showroom, we're stockists of a huge range of quality carpets, room-sized remnants, wooden laminate and cushion vinyl. We even stock beds and mattresses too. For great customer service and competitive pricing, call in to Fair Deal Carpets today.
If you're in the market for a new or used car, come to Right Car, the largest independent car supermarket in East Yorkshire and North East Lincolnshire. We have over 20 years' experience selling local cars to local people, with over 600 hand-picked quality used cars across our 3 sites, as well as brand new cars from Ford, Renault and Dacia. Our dealerships are a one-stop shop for services, MOTs, parts, warranty work and bodywork. Everything you need to keep your car on the road. Call into Right Car, where cars cost less.
Auto Tints and Shady Days are your home and vehicle window tint specialists. With over 15 years of experience, our high-quality film applications stop glare, reduce heat, add privacy, increase safety and prevent fading throughout your car, home, shop front or conservatory. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page, visit www.autotinter.co.uk or call us on 01472 827 775. We're not your average window tinting company.
Welcome to Camelot Cars, your local used car specialist. This is Hannah from Close Brothers Motor Finance.
Last year, Close Brothers Motor Finance helped 88,000 people buy their next vehicle.
All of our cars are sold with 12 months MOT and 6 months warranty. This is David from our warranty company.
We manage warranty claims for thousands of dealers, not least of which is Camelot Cars.
Camelot Cars, your local trusted car dealer.
Shady Days are your window tint specialists. With over 15 years of experience, our high-quality film applications stop glare, reduce heat, add privacy, increase safety and prevent fading throughout your home, shop front or conservatory. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page or call us on 01472 827 775. We're not your average window tinting company.
Hard water doesn't just affect how your home looks, it can also affect how your appliances and central heating system works. A water softener can solve these issues. Water softeners can reduce the cost of bills, increase the lifespan of appliances and give you softer skin and shinier hair. Installation is fast, simple, and you can start benefiting from softened water right away. Humber water softeners are able to give you a quick home demonstration so you can see the results for yourself. Protect your pipes and appliances today by contacting Humber Water Softeners.
SPS training, first aid, security guard and fire safety training. Sponsors Rugby Live on Estuary TV.
Hi, welcome back after the exciting finish to that game, Terry.
What was it, 21-27?
Yeah, it was. And
27-21 to Ionians, which is
yes.
good. The thing is, Ionians just let themselves down a little bit there, allowing the Cambridge side just to get that bonus point, which could become crucial at the end of the season. Because
who knows?
That 1 point, the kick at the end of the season, that 1 point could become crucial. I mean, for me, Ali was good in playing at hooker, and Isaac was good, and this basic scrum half came on. He was good at adding a new dimension to the Ionians.
And Joseph Singleton came on from prop. I thought did well.
Steve Slingsby, we're joined by Steve.
Steve,
for me,
yes.
our man of the match.
Man of the match for us both today. Well done, Steve. Well played, mate.
Well done.
Good effort.
Tell me, out there today, what was it like? I mean, first half, a lot of errors that Ionians were making. Second half, you did quite well. So what was said in the changing room when you got the coach saying, cut the errors down? Obviously, cut the errors down. But how did you say cut the errors down? You have to get something into your head to sort it out.
Shorten up the passes, make the plays a bit shorter, a bit more direct. Not saying not to have a go, but initially get in the right areas and then have a look a bit wider. So play short and then.
Sun was very low. I mean, it's low now as well. I mean, our cameras had a few issues with the sun. When you're playing in this condition, I mean, it's dry, it's a lovely weather. Sun's beating down. Did you find the sun as a bit of an issue? Certainly you at fullback.
Yeah, it was for the backs. I think. Handling quite difficult looking into it, especially with the kicks as well. But I think got a good go forward with the forwards and then pretty slick. I think so.
Talk me through the
nice tries. Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
it's always a pleasure. Missed one with Tinks at the other end, so I suppose we had to make up for it. And I think we noticed that they were tight around the three, so we thought let's have a crack there and paid off.
Again, I was just saying to Ian earlier on that I just think you just let Ionians let themselves down, allowing them the gate to just take the 3 points, which gives them that 1 point.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, that could become critical.
I think moving forward for us, we've set targets inside. Last week was disappointing for us. We really wanted to win away from home. Yeah. We've come home, we've got the third win on the bounce. We've now got to take that away.
Roll. Yeah. I mean, winning's about habits. Get into a habit of winning, win every week. Then it's not hard to lose, but it's more difficult to lose. It's the mindset of the players winning week in, week out. Gives you that strength of speed of thought and just gives you that confidence to play week in, week out. And again, I just thought first half you just looked a bit spluttery. You know, dropping a lot of balls, a lot of errors. Second half you came out, there's more composure, there's more continuity, and you just looked a completely different team.
I think we need to build on that, get some confidence. I think because of last week we may be lacking in a bit of confidence, so hopefully take that confidence now into next week and just keep rolling through and get them wins.
I mean, just for our viewers at home, I mean, Loughborough students were below you in the league. I mean, you were third coming into this game, and Loughborough students last week were obviously lower than you. So when you do rugby maths, you anticipate that you would beat Loughborough students. But when you rock up and play against Loughborough students, they've got 5, 6, 7 players from Leicester, Premiership players. As a player stepping off the coach and reading that, how does that make you feel? I mean, obviously, does it change your mindset going into the game? Or
yeah, definitely. I think for the boys, obviously, it gets in the head a little bit. We try not to let it get to us, but it's one of those things that's always in the back of your mind, and perhaps it made us play a little bit differently, but we just need to work on through it. And
thanks very much. Thanks for your time. Anyway,
thanks.
Well done.
Cheers,
well done. So, joined here by Joe Makin, the captain.
Joe, come in.
Ionians. Come in, Joe. How's things?
That's right.
Good, mate.
We'll play, mate.
Looking all hot and sweaty. I was just saying,
sweaty,
from the commentary, we didn't say Joe's name very much, and like with the second row, if you're talking about him all the time, then he's not doing his job properly.
Little bit, but he played well today, I thought.
Joe does all the little things that you don't see for all those viewers at home, but good game today.
Yeah, very good game actually. Nice to get the 5 points. It's something we targeted. We sat down, beginning of October, and sort of targeted the next 6 games which were winnable. This was one of the wins. So yeah. Nice to win.
I said talk about winnable games. I've just been through it with Steve Slingsby. I don't want to labour the point, but you step off the coach last week to play against Loughborough students and find out you're playing against Leicester.
Yeah, so I think. Well, I won't put too much down to that. I think we let ourselves down on the in the second half. We went in half time 25-24 up, and then it was 28-24, and then we just sort of foot off the gas. Last 30 minutes, they just actually went over us. So it's nothing to do with Leicester Tigers. All to do with ourselves internally on that.
I mean, look, just looking at the game today, I was just saying to Steve. Steve was our man of the match. He held it together. He was good under the high ball, and just offered something slightly different, a good attacking force. But when you played the first half, there was a lot of errors. Obviously something was said there by Director Rugby and probably yourself. You came out the second half, playing really well. There's a lot more continuity, a lot more composure. What did you say?
Yeah, I think it was just cut them errors out really. We knew first half that we were coughing up a lot of ball, and it's been the case for probably the first 9 or 10 games that's been our issue. But I think second half, like you said, we had a chat inside and just said, look, we need to lock up. A bit of a wet conditions, the ball was a bit slippy. Just
was it slippy out there?
Yeah, I think the ball was a bit wet. It's got a bit of dew on the floor, and I think it was just about tightening passes up and just shortening the pass, and that's what we did. And I think second half we were a bit more clinical about it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from where we were sat, it's a glorious day. Sun's beating down, and we can't see the fact that the ball is quite sleepy. So it was quite sleepy.
Yeah. And I think when we keep hold of the ball, we're quite a dangerous side. I think for years gone by, as you know, Terry, that we've been quite a forward pack, and them backs are quite exciting, to be honest. And they get a bit of go forward for us. So yeah.
Good. Well, many congratulations. Well done.
Cheers,
well
guys.
done.
Thanks, Cheers, mate.
So here we are again at Ionians. It's like another win for Ionians.
Yeah, it's a good win, but
third on the bounce. No, not third.
Third home
win.
Third on the home. So we've got here the captain of Cambridge. Come in, young man. Well played today.
G'day guys, thanks a lot.
Unlucky.
So you're obviously not from around here?
No, I've somehow ended up over here from New Zealand, so it's a long way to come. I didn't come from there this morning, but a bit of a tough one today. Not the result we wanted, but it's rugby, isn't it? It can go either way.
Where did you feel it went wrong in that second half?
I think it was just a bit of desire. We were hoping to come out of the sheds and hopefully string something together and out-attitude these guys, but they were obviously had the same idea and they won that battle. So, it's a game of who makes the least mistakes sometimes, and I think Hull won that one in the second half.
I'd say first half, Ionians were making the mistakes, and I think you were capitalising on that. Every time the Ionians dropped the ball, you managed to pick up and against broken defence, you scored once and then you nearly scored another time, and you were capitalising on Ionians' mistakes. And secondly, the second half, Ionians just stopped them. All the mistakes were stopped, and you seem to be hitting your head against a brick wall. There's nothing there for you to live off.
Yeah, you're right. It was certainly the old cliche of a game of two halves. In the first half, we would have liked to have got a bit bigger lead, but Hull did well. Everyone knows they've got a good defence, and they certainly showed that today. But yeah, you're spot on with the mistakes. They sort of tidied things up, and they were hard to break down. We proved we can go the length and score tries. And
right at the end.
Unfortunately, we could have done it with a few more of them, but we just need to sort of keep our composure a bit more and build the pressure on them, because we try sometimes to score off anything and too early, but sometimes we've got to be a bit more patient.
That seemed to be the case. Certainly, Ionians were trying to rush it, and towards the end, you were trying to rush it. Obviously, you came up dividends and got your bonus point. But talk to me about your number 8. Did I pronounce his name right? How do you pronounce it?
It's Devonte.
Devonte. Well, apologies. I've been but he's a strong boy. He had a very good game, didn't he?
No, he certainly is a strong guy, and he's been building throughout the year. Every year every game he's got better. He's a young guy, so he's got a lot of rugby left in him. So hopefully he can keep building.
What's wrong with being old?
Nothing wrong with that, mate. I'm in the same boat, so nothing wrong with being old, but experienced. I like to prefer that word. Yeah.
Look, thanks very much.
So it's
No worries.
Good luck rest of the season.
Safe journey
Thanks,
home.
guys.
Well
Yeah.
done. I'll see you later
Appreciate
on in
it.
the season.
Cheers.
So that's the captain of Cambridge. So
We're straight into the director of rugby from Ionians, Martin, and
congratulations.
head coach Alex Crockett.
Alex.
Well done, boys.
So again, I was saying
Well done,
to
lads.
Ian, there must be a lot of pressure on you guys. I mean, I saw you pacing up and down, towards the end of the game, and then you start to increase the pace, hands in pockets, barking instructions.
Pressure ends up like this, boys. Just telling you now.
I mean, you'll lose your hair, you'll be like Cassie very shortly. So, what's it like,
No, I think
at this level?
we'll take the 5. We'll take the 5 points.
Yeah.
I thought we deserved the win today.
Yeah.
I thought they came out and they played some very good rugby. I think we had the game won, and then we had to win it again. I felt we should have closed it out a little bit better, which is stuff to work on. But overall, we'll take the 5 points.
And speaking to Joe, there's a lot of balls. You coughed a lot of balls up in the first half, and we couldn't understand the rationale about why you were doing that. But then he said that it was quite slippy out there. So we can't see that. And you went in at half time. Did you read the right act, or were you quite relaxed? I mean,
It's Crocs' job, that.
I think I did a little bit to a certain extent to the back line. I think that as backs, we've been really good over the last few weeks, and maybe sort of they've been starting to believe some of their own press and some of their own hype. So I thought the back line were poor the first half. So we got into to the backs a little bit, and not so much the forwards as a whole. But and I think they tried to hold it up. Like I say, I heard the Cambridge captain sort of say they're not patient enough, and they tried to score a first phase. And we were very similar. We have some good players, and like I said, we're playing well. So I think they just try and the extra offload that they shouldn't, and we just need to go through a few more phases and just sort of look after it.
We're in the commentary box. We said exactly that. They just need to build the phases, hold on to the ball, because possession. I think you had about 60%, 70% of the possession in the first half, but yet you were down on the score. And every time that you coughed the ball up, they scored from once, and then they got well into your 22. So you're putting yourselves under a lot of pressure.
I think you're right. It's criminal to turn the ball over the amount of times that we did. We've just got to hold on to the ball, go through our processes, and back ourselves a little bit more. Like you say, it was disappointing at half time. We came in, read the right act, and I think we put a few wrongs right, and it was a reasonable performance. I wouldn't say it's the finished article, no matter.
Well, a win's a win, though. I say 5 points to every time, yeah.
So. Thanks very much.
Yes,
thanks,
thanks,
guys.
gentlemen.
Cheers. Thanks very much indeed.
We'll see you in the bar for a beer later on, boys.
We're going to go to a commercial break now. We'll see you after the break.
SPS Technical. World-class technical CCTV installation and safety systems. Sponsors Rugby Live on Estuary TV.
Auto Tints and Shady Days are your home and vehicle window tint specialists. With over 15 years of experience, our high-quality film applications stop glare, reduce heat, add privacy, increase safety and prevent fading throughout your car, home, shopfront or conservatory. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page, visit www.autotinter.co.uk or call us on 01472 827 775. We're not your average window tinting company.
Hard water doesn't just affect how your home looks, it can also affect how your appliances and central heating system works. A water softener can solve these issues. Water softeners can reduce the cost of bills, increase the lifespan of appliances and give you softer skin and shinier hair. Installation is fast, simple, and you can start benefiting from softened water right away. Humber water softeners are able to give you a quick home demonstration so you can see the results for yourself. Protect your pipes and appliances today by contacting Humber Water Softeners.
Welcome to Camelot Cars, your local used car specialist. This is Hannah from Close Brothers Motor Finance.
Last year, Close Brothers Motor Finance helped 88,000 people buy their next vehicle.
All of our cars are sold with 12 months MOT and 6 months warranty. This is David from our warranty company.
We manage warranty claims for thousands of dealers, not least of which is Camelot Cars.
Camelot Cars, your local trusted car dealer.
Fair Deal Carpets are your local carpet and flooring specialists. For over 30 years, we've been supplying flooring for domestic and commercial customers, providing a complete service from free in-home estimates to finished fitted products. In our modern spacious showroom, we're stockists of a huge range of quality carpets, room-sized remnants, wooden laminate and cushion vinyl. We even stock beds and mattresses too. For great customer service and competitive pricing, call in to Fair Deal Carpets today.
If you're in the market for a new or used car, come to Right Car, the largest independent car supermarket in East Yorkshire and North East Lincolnshire. We have over 20 years' experience selling local cars to local people, with over 600 hand-picked quality used cars across our 3 sites, as well as brand new cars from Ford, Renault and Dacia. Our dealerships are a one-stop shop for services, MOTs, parts, warranty work and bodywork. Everything you need to keep your car on the road. Call into Right Car, where cars cost less.
Shady Days are your window tint specialists. With over 15 years of experience, our high-quality film applications stop glare, reduce heat, add privacy, increase safety and prevent fading throughout your home, shopfront or conservatory. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page or call us on 01472 827 775. We're not your average window tinting company.
SPS Technical, world-class technical CCTV installation and safety systems. Sponsors Rugby Live on Estuary TV.
Welcome back to Hull Ionians, where we've just had a fantastic game of rugby between Ionians and Cambridge. I've got here with me Ross Stewart, the Director of Rugby for Cambridge. Ross, your views?
We didn't play very well, to be honest, and fair play to Hull. I think ultimately when they had opportunities in that second half in the sort of 22, they took them, they scored where we didn't. First half I thought we had a large majority of possession and control, but just again gave away easy penalties that allowed Hull to work their way up the field, and where we should have been adding and applying more pressure, we were relieving it for them. But yeah, like I say, fair play to Hull. They got those penalties, got the line-outs, and ultimately that's what got them ahead in the end.
2 even sides. We both thought during the first half in particular you capitalised on Ionians' mistakes and went ahead there. Second half went away in the last 20 minutes, I think.
Yeah, I think we probably weren't patient enough. I mean, it wasn't working for us today, and it's hard when when the players are desperate for it to happen, and you then go behind on the scoreboard. We got ourselves back in the game with the penalty that just took us that point ahead. But again, our own errors, and to be fair, the Hull's better execution was the difference on the day. So it's frustrating for us. We thought we were building nicely, and it's really hard from a coaching team. We try and stay positive, but ultimately, if you want to stay in that one, you can't. Both teams can't turn that much ball over and expect to stay in it. To be honest.
Who have you got next week?
Moseley at home.
Got the tough one.
I mean they're sort of up and down at the moment. I think everyone in this league's tough. Ironically, we've not been great at home, so we'll be looking to build on. We beat Roslyn Park 2 weeks ago, so we'll be looking to build on that. We've got a few lads coming back from injury, so hopefully that will bolster the squad a little bit. But yeah, again, it's another challenge before the week off, and I think we've got to go and obviously get a win.
Understood. Yeah, I think
just talking about how close it is, small margins, Ross. I'm just looking through your results. You've won 1 game by 1 point, and you've lost 1 game by 1 point. How things can change just by those small margins. But this afternoon, I think you were gifted. You worked really hard for it, but Ionians just gave away that bonus point, which you probably will need at the end of the season. And also, it might be very costly for Ionians at the end of the season, because it's going to be really tight there, right at the bottom. Survival is really important. I mean, you're looking to survive. I know you're mid-table at the moment, but you've got Coventry to play, Plymouth to play. You've got these full-time professionals. You're not full-time professional. Ion is not full-time professional. And also when you look at Loughborough students, they've got they can call in loads of players from Leicester.
We've got to wrap this up, Terry. We've been given the green light to say goodbye. Look, thanks very much, Ross. Thanks for your time.
Ross,
good luck
thanks
rest of the season.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, guys. It's been an absolute incredible journey today, watching Ionians win at home. Fantastic National Division 1 rugby. Ian Castleton and I will see you on our show. When is it?
15th of November.
Good.
And the next game we've got in 3 weeks' time, I think, at Scarborough versus
Beverley.
Yeah.
Scarborough versus Beverley. Next week I'm at Wales versus England. The week after I'm England versus Australia.
We don't really care what you're doing, Terry.
And
it's all about Terry.
and then I've got Scarborough versus Beverley.
Yeah.
Back down to earth with a bum. Enjoy your day.
Thank you very much.
SPS Group, delivering one solution. Sponsors Rugby Live on Estuary TV. Fair Deal Carpets are your local carpet and flooring specialists. For over 30 years, we've been supplying flooring for domestic and commercial customers, providing a complete service from free in-home estimates to finished fitted products. In our modern, spacious showroom, we're stockists of a huge range of quality carpets, room-sized remnants, wooden laminate and cushion vinyl. We even stock beds and mattresses too. For great customer service and competitive pricing, call in to Fair Deal Carpets today.
If you're in the market for a new or used car, come to Right Car, the largest independent car supermarket in East Yorkshire and North East Lincolnshire. We have over 20 years' experience selling local cars to local people, with over 600 hand-picked quality used cars across our 3 sites, as well as brand new cars from Ford, Renault and Dacia. Our dealerships are a one-stop shop for services, MOTs, parts, warranty work and bodywork. Everything you need to keep your car on the road. Call into Right Car, where cars cost less.
Auto Tints and Shady Days are your home and vehicle window tint specialists. With over 15 years of experience, our high-quality film applications stop glare, reduce heat, add privacy, increase safety and prevent fading throughout your car, home, shop front or conservatory. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page, visit www.autotinter.co.uk or call us on 01472 827 775. We're not your average window tinting company.
Welcome to Camelot Cars, your local used car specialist. This is Hannah from Close Brothers Motor Finance.
Last year, Close Brothers Motor Finance helped 88,000 people buy their next vehicle.
All of our cars are sold with 12 months MOT and 6 months warranty. This is David from our warranty company.
We manage warranty claims for thousands of dealers, not least of which is Camelot Cars.
Camelot Cars, your local trusted car dealer.
Shady Days are your window tint specialists. With over 15 years of experience, our high-quality film applications stop glare, reduce heat, add privacy, increase safety and prevent fading throughout your home, shop front or conservatory. For more information, you can check out our Facebook page or call us on 01472 827 775. We're not your average window tinting company.
Hard water doesn't just affect how your home looks, it can also affect how your appliances and central heating system works. A water softener can solve these issues. Water softeners can reduce the cost of bills, increase the lifespan of appliances and give you softer skin and shinier hair. Installation is fast, simple, and you can start benefiting from softened water right away. Humber water softeners are able to give you a quick home demonstration so you can see the results for yourself. Protect your pipes and appliances today by contacting Humber Water Softeners.